check us out on YouTube, Facebook Live. Chime in there with what's on your mind on this Thursday. Coming up on today's show, we will continue our look at ECU's 2023 football schedule. We have been looking at the opponents each week and ranking them in different criteria. Today, we will rank the easiest games for ECU to the toughest games. Easiest to toughest on the 2023 football schedule. And we'll see if we all did our homework on that. And we'll chime in momentarily. Brandon Manning, former Pirate, will join us at 4 o'clock with our Farm Bureau Insurance ECU baseball report. And we'll watch some baseball with Brandon Manning coming up and play Name That Sound in hour number 2 of the show as well. Billy Weaver will join us at 5 o'clock. We'll talk about everything going on in the world of sports. And Brian Hanks, Mr. Kinston, will join us in hour 3 as well. He recently had Dontrez Styles on his show. If you don't know, Dontrez Styles, former Kinston Hooper, went to North Carolina in the transfer portal, and as of about an hour ago was at Clark LeClaire Stadium visiting here in Greenville with Mike Schwartz and the basketball coaches. They are trying to get his services for the upcoming basketball season. Dontrez Styles, I believe, will be making an announcement on Sunday. We'll talk to Brian Hanks more about this, who has more details on it. But Georgetown, NC State on his list, along with East Carolina, where he made a visit today to Greenville and to Clark LeClaire Stadium. So we'll talk about that coming up in hour number 3 of today's show. Shirley Rhodes is here. Chandler Honeycutt is here. Ellerbe is to my left. Hello, everyone.
Is it possible to make the transfer portal end in Greenville today for Mr. Styles?
If they make an offer he can't refuse, he could shut it all down right now.
Maybe move that announcement up. Why wait till Easter Sunday? You know, just go ahead and get the jelly beans out and announce today.
Do it right. Get on the PA mic and say, I'm going to play basketball at East Carolina University.
Or just drive down to the Pirate Radio studio.
You come down here and
sit in with Clip Brock.
Yeah.
Play easiest to hardest game on the ECU football schedule.
I got a bunch of hats. We could line up the hats on the table, and he could pick the ECU hat.
Yeah.
Do it just like that. So make it easy for him. But no, it's cool to have him here, and kind of reminds me of years and years ago. The Martin twins transferred from NC State, and Jeff Lebo had both Martin twins at a baseball game, and I remember seeing them walk around, and then pretty soon after that, they decided to go to New Mexico.
Was it New Mexico? I thought it was like Boise or somewhere.
I'm pretty sure it was New Mexico.
Or Nevada. They went to Nevada.
I'm pretty positive it was Nevada.
Yes. I knew it was somewhere. Not New Mexico didn't sound right.
New Mexico area.
in the Western time zones.
They both went to Nevada, and they went to the NCAA tournament with Nevada. Did not come here to Greenville, but maybe this one will work out in the Pirates' favor.
What has been the biggest basketball portal get?
For ECU? Mm-hmm. Akeem Rich. Well, portal or just transfer?
I guess transfer would be Akeem Richmond.
Yeah, Akeem Richmond or Miguel Paul and Maurice Kemp, which Kemp, I want to say, was JUCO. Miguel Paul was Missouri. That team right there won the CIT. Like, we were portaling before it was cool to portal. As far as the transfer portal, that would only be a couple years old, right? So you'd have to say either Debunje or, I don't know, I guess it would be Quentin Debunje, right?
Yeah.
Jaden Walker, who was a good point guard after Javon Small was out. Jaden Walker came from Iowa State. So I would say that would be the answer as of right now.
Current trivia answer.
Yep, Jaden Walker. All right, Shirley, Chandler, how y'all doing?
Doing good. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Wow.
Hey, Ellerbe, how are you doing?
Good. Y'all on tape delay in there?
They hit the cough button.
No.
Shirley?
I'm good.
You're good?
I mean,
very good.
What a delayed response. Everybody's good, just slow.
It
is Friday Eve.
What did Troy try to get going?
Baby Friday?
Yeah, and never really took off.
Yeah. No, Friday Eve.
Friday Eve it is. Getting a little senioritis here in the studio. It's Masters Thursday. We'll do a quick look in on the Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard presented by Dubuck. At last check, Harold Varner III was tied for 12th, 2 under par. And as soon as this loads, I will tell you what he is right now. Victor Hovland in the lead in Augusta right now. And Harold Varner III is sitting at 1 under. So he's bogeyed since we last checked. He is tied for 20th as they play round 1 in Augusta.
Hey, top 20.
Good so far. And he made the cut last year. So if he could make the cut, play into the weekend, that'd be fantastic. I am out on the Masters. Don't care because I'd never gotten a pool. We were going to do a Mully pool. He had a lot going on this week. No fault of his own. But I'm not in the pool, and outside of Harold, I just don't care.
Well, if Harold makes the cut this weekend, will you not have Sundays, Easter, and all sorts of fun?
I wouldn't say all sorts of fun.
What else are you going to have on your television on Sunday afternoon?
Probably a little Braves baseball.
It's also not too late to drive up to Virginia and place somebody to win it.
Yeah, true. You get a bet in.
Yeah.
How about why don't you and Chandler do a little wager?
My name's Chandler. don't turn into Troy now. Don't forget my name.
Like I'm just saying, like at the end of day 1,
Yeah.
why don't you take all the players with odd numbers and he takes all the players with even numbers?
Ellerbe just setting up a pool here for us. I like when it's done for me.
That way you have something. So whoever's in first place, you get third place, fifth, so on, and then Chandler will get whoever's in second, fourth, and whoever.
All right, so baseball update: 7-0 Pirates lead on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. Brandon Manning will join us to watch and talk about some Pirate baseball coming up later on the show. We'll get to some football later on in hour 1. You'll hear more from Mike Houston and also Donnie Kirkpatrick. I just saw we posted that, Shirley, on YouTube. So if we could get that between now and the next 20 minutes, that would be helpful. So we'll get Donnie Kirkpatrick, his comments as well, as spring is wrapping up, Ellerbe, and it's going to be kind of a dull weekend. It was supposed to be, very exciting, but the spring game goes on at 11, but it looks like the rain's going to be going on as well.
Yeah, and I talked to some ECU folks today, and I think they made the absolute right call of, there's no need to go through all the pomp and circumstance if no one's going to come out and 90% chance of rain. So, it's just, I think they can build it around that April 28th, 29th weekend with baseball. If they get weather like we see today, Thursday in Greenville, it's fabulous. And, you don't want to go through the trouble of cooking, it costs a lot of money to dish out all those pigs and stuff and cook all that food and go to waste. So certainly I think they can redo it. Hate it for the football team that they won't get, and for the fans that they won't get to really. You can still.
Yeah,
go.
you can go.
You can go. I guess poncho up.
Tell them, Coach.
We're having a game. We're having a freaking game.
Yeah. And so 11 o'clock. And baseball doubleheader today, playing on Friday at noon. But it's not the way it's going, but it is what it is, and just got to keep going.
More from Coach Houston, Donnie Kirkpatrick coming up in a little bit. We had planned to do our rankings, Ellerbe, for the opponents, right. Toughest to easiest games for ECU this year, but I think we're going to maybe table that for another day.
Yeah, we didn't really have time to do our homework.
Yeah.
I'm sure Chandler hadn't done any homework
all year,
so there's no way he's ready for this.
So we'll just
I forgot to tell you that I did it.
What a reveal by Chandler.
Did you see a sheet of paper? It said the 2022 schedule.
No.
Oh man, I forgot. Yeah.
Does it really?
No.
Y'all got me on that one.
How he likes.
I did it.
He likes to give scores of games that have already happened.
I'm proud of you,
Ellerbe,
Chandler.
I did it.
I know. Hey, look. A. I feel like you're Ralphie from Christmas Story. A plus.
All right, Chandler did his homework, so I guess we all did our homework this time.
Yeah.
So how you want to go toughest to easiest or easiest to toughest?
I think the bookend is going to be the easiest thing to do, and then we can work our way through 2 through 11 after that. That's just my opinion.
Go easiest?
I think you could get the easiest and the hardest out of the way right at the beginning, unless there's any disagreement.
Okay.
You want me to start?
Yes.
Hardest, Michigan. Easiest, Gardner-Webb.
I have those as well.
Everybody.
So do I.
Oh.
They're going to be 20-plus point dogs at Michigan and likely 20-plus point favorites against Gardner-Webb.
And since Mr. Homework on the other side of the glass did it, so I'll let you go. You go next wherever you want to go there, Chan.
I'll go second easiest.
Okay.
I'm going to go Tulsa.
Okay.
New coach Phil Montgomery out. They were 5-7 last year.
Remember that
Finished
year
ninth in the conference last year.
they were ranked? We had them on the ropes, got screwed by the refs.
Yes.
They have fallen quite a bit since we saw that Tulsa team. I have second easiest Charlotte coming to Greenville. Same thing you said, new coach and first time in the American. I have that as the second easiest game.
I agree with you. New coach. They went 3-9 last year and mid-October. So I just kind of feel like a home game in Greenville. That's going to be a W for the Pirates.
All right, Chandler.
Want to change?
Third. No, it's his list.
All right.
That's my list.
Third easiest.
I have a reason why Charlotte's where they are. On my
Okay.
list. Third easiest, I have, which last time the Pirates went there, we got just
Plummeled.
We got destroyed.
Absolutely
by Rice,
plummeled.
but I have Rice.
I have at Rice as my third easiest game, and I'm still nervous about it because of what you said, going on the road. Anytime you're away from home, it's tough, but I do have at Rice as my third easiest.
And for that reason, I cannot make a road game my third easiest game. I think you got to go the home game after Thanksgiving against Tulsa because it is the home game after Thanksgiving, and the home team should have an advantage, especially in that banking on Tulsa with a new coach, that maybe they'll be limping in here with 2 or 3 wins, and the Pirates can just have a fun senior day for the ECU Pirates.
All right. Fourth easiest.
Fourth easiest.
And I hear you. I think that's a good argument. I'm listening to your argument there.
Fourth easiest, I have SMU. It's on a Thursday night. Pirates have played great on Thursday night at home the past couple of years against South Florida a couple of years ago. Last year against Central Florida. Probably one of the best performances for the Pirates last year was on that Thursday night against Central Florida. Tanner Mordecai, who is like a 6th or 7th year senior, is being he's transferring to Wisconsin, so he's out. So I have SMU.
Okay.
Fourth easiest.
Fourth easiest for me, a team both of y'all have mentioned at this point, Tulsa. So no need to go on further. I have Tulsa as my fourth easiest.
I'll go with Rice as my fourth for a lot of reasons that you guys said. It is the away game in late September, but Rice coming in from Conference USA. Hopefully the Pirates have the American players that can be bigger, faster, stronger than the Conference USA players.
All right, Chandler, fifth easiest.
I have actually, this is a place where the Pirates played last year, but not against this opponent, FAU.
Okay.
At FAU, that's the fifth easiest.
I have at FAU as my fifth easiest, and I don't think it's going to be easy. I think this is not like a murderer's row schedule, but I don't see a ton of sure wins. I think we've hit on 2 maybe, potentially 3 or 4, but at FAU should win that game, but on the road, who knows? They are my fifth easiest.
Just to be, because I think these games are flip-floppable at this spot, but I'm going to go Navy because the Pirates do beat Navy in Annapolis. They don't beat Navy in Greenville.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go with a new coach at Navy who was there under Ken Niumatalolo for a long time as a defensive coordinator. But I'm going to go Navy coming off a 4-8 season. Fifth easiest game for me is going to be East Carolina the weekend before Thanksgiving at Navy.
All right, Chandler, we're about in the middle now. Sixth easiest.
The middle of the pack for me is the team and the school that Ellerbe just mentioned. Navy is sixth easiest on my new coach, but I mean Navy. They're always a tough test.
All right, I'm going to go with Marshall. I've got Navy a little further on the list just because it's always tough. And I think the Marshall game is going to be great. That's going to be a huge game. Is that week 2?
Yeah, week 2. First home game.
You're likely going to be 0-1. You don't want to start 0-2. That is a monster game. I'm not calling it easy by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think there are tougher games on the schedule for ECU. So sixth easiest, I'm going with the Thundering Herd.
Yeah, and I just mentioned FAU was my number 6. Just because of their new coach coming into the conference. Tom Herman, a good coach, though.
All right, so now we go
And they just went to the Final Four, so they have that going for them.
So this will be sixth toughest?
Seventh
easiest. I'll start saying toughest, though, right? Sixth toughest?
I guess so.
Yeah.
My seventh is actually a team that you guys had high on y'all's list. This coach, I think, is going to have this team ready to play. I think they're going to be very excited to be in a new conference. This is a team and a program that had a good offseason when it comes to recruiting and the transfer portal. Charlotte.
All right.
I think Charlotte's going to come in here. I think they're going to have a lot of fans come to Daddy-Ficklin Stadium. I think they're going to be really excited to play us, and they're going to give us our best. So Charlotte is seventh toughest.
All right, seventh toughest. I'm going with SMU. Chandler talked about them earlier. I just feel like they're a school, even if they lose a quarterback, they're still going to be high flying, can spread you out, put points up. And East Carolina has these games at home where it just goes south. It happened last year with Houston. And I'm not saying the same thing's going to happen here, but I could see this being a tough one against SMU. So I've got them seventh.
I got Marshall in that slot. It is going to be a must-win game for the Pirates, but certainly a game right there in the middle of the pack that should be one of those maybe games. I think it could go either way. So that's why if you look at the games that are 5, 6, 7, those should be your ones that, maybe. But,
yeah.
I'll go with Marshall there at the seventh spot.
All right, Chandler?
My eighth toughest is a team that's losing a quarterback that was there for a while. He actually bounced around in college football. I think it's the first time the Pirates are going to Boone. App State is eighth on my list. Very excited about that game, but App State's always a tough opponent to play.
We saw it last time when they met in Charlotte. On my list, eighth, I've got Navy. I shouldn't have to explain why. Ellerbe did make a good point that the Pirates have been better on the road against Navy than they have at home. And by better, I mean they've never beaten them here at home. Correct, Ellerbe? So they've got them a couple of times in Annapolis. I think they can get them again, but it will be tough because it's always tough when Navy and ECU get together. That's why they are the eighth toughest on the schedule.
Got SMU there. I think right there they're trying to get to the Pac-12. I think SMU's got a bunch of money. They're throwing some NIL money out there, getting in the transfer portal in Dallas. I think they're going to be a tough game. It's at home, but they're right there at number 8. I think it could go either way, though.
All right, Chandler, ninth.
Ninth is a team I'm very excited to be playing again because when I think about playing this team, especially at home, I think about dogfights. I think about very crucial games in Conference USA.
Virginia Tech?
No. It's Marshall. I think they're going to be tough.
We are.
I think that they're going to come in here, and I think it's going to remind me a lot of those bouts that we used to have in the late 2000s and early 2010s. So
all right.
I got Marshall on my list at 9.
All right, ninth. I'm going to say Tulane because it is at home. I am not looking at a game against Tulane like we're playing some top 10 team. I think they are going to be more flash in the pan than they are more consistent winning. What bowl was it? Cotton Bowl. So I'm thinking it'll be another. I mean, think about last year. East Carolina was in the game, just couldn't get anything going offensively. I think they play them better at home, and that's the key factor here. They're playing them at home. So I think East Carolina can beat Tulane this season, and I have them at 9th on my list.
I would not bet Tulane as a 12-2 team again this year. East Carolina gets them at home the first weekend in November, and I have the same, number 9.
All right, Chandler.
Number 10 for me is the Roadrunners, UTSA at the Alamo Dome. Very excited to be playing them, but they were a top 25 program last year. So I think they'll carry that into this year's season. So I got UTSA at 10.
All right, I got App State at 10. Chandler talked about it a moment ago, but in-state rivalry on the road. Maybe we'll get some Pirate fans there in Boone, but I'm interested in that game. That's going to be a fun regional game, and I think it's going to be a tough game because they are always good, and they showed how good they were last time these two teams met up on the field together. So that is going to be my 10th easiest, my third toughest game on the schedule for ECU.
100% agree. I got Appalachian and Boone right there. Appalachian went to Texas A&M and won last year. But actually, this Appalachian team wasn't very good last year. So I wonder, they didn't go to a bowl game. Will they bounce back? Will they be better? But definitely the third weekend in September, it's going to be a rowdy crowd up in Boone. And the Pirates are going to have to get in there and take the crowd out of the game. And if they do what you talked about, getting a must-win, if they're 0-2 going to Boone, then it's really, you talk about a really tough game. It's going to be really tough. But they get that confidence win against Marshall, or even somehow rolling their 2-0, which is possible. But I think going to Boone, just with all the factors there, is just going to be tough.
All right, and your second toughest, Chandler, behind Michigan is?
The Cotton Bowl champs. Hello, Tulane. I've got them 11th. They are coming to Greenville, but I think they're going to Michael Pratt is back, I believe.
All right.
So, Tulane. Give me Tulane.
I'm going at UTSA as my second toughest game on the schedule. New venue for East Carolina, long road trip. They're a good football team. They are good at home. That's going to be such a weird venue to just see ECU playing in a dome on television is going to be cool. But at UTSA, my second toughest game. I don't know, at Ellerbe, maybe we can get a Miracle in the Mine Shaft, which you were at that game. But I don't know. I just have a feeling that's going to be like a late start and kind of, a loud crowd and just everything going against ECU. It feels like it's going to be a tough one to win.
I would like to know what ECU's record is in domes, because I think the home team, the Roadrunners, beep, have the advantage on the fast track there. They were a good team last year. I know we won the bowl game against Texas Tech in the Astrodome. We lost the bowl game against Louisiana.
How many? What was the record against Tulane? I know Cardin and them lost in the Superdome.
There's a lot of times the Pirates got disappointed in the Superdome. I'm trying to think of some other dome venues that maybe the Pirates.
How about the Carrier Dome?
The Carrier Dome, they did win one time in that magical 91 season. They did win the Beef O'Brady's Bowl in the Trop down in Tampa or St. Pete. So
good question.
That's a good question as the Pirates go October 28th. But I agree with you. That's the bowl. The game I have is number 11.
And then we all have Michigan as the toughest. So there you go. See what happens when we do our homework. We have a nice, easy discussion. That was good.
Yeah, me and Clip were pretty much on par. And then, of course, our son in there, not so much.
I'm still proud of the boy.
I am. You put that up on the board, big boy. I want you to
can you put it on the refrigerator?
I'll put it on the fridge.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
That's like perfect attendance day. It's like he got an award at school.
All right, so we'll keep the rankings going. We're running out of things to rank at this point, but it's been a nice way to get through spring football. We got a long summer, so we'll try to continue to think of some ways to rank the schedule.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. I got to think about this.
Yeah.
Rank their play-by-play announcers.
That's going to be real tough.
Yeah.
Real
Well, it's going to be easy for number one, Corey Glore. Yeah. And we just go from there.
Do you know any? Let's see, how many other? The app guy's really nice.
Number two is my guy Pete Medhurst from Navy.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy.
So he
the Tulsa Bruce Howard's nice.
Cotton from Marshall will be near the top, or near the top of the list. So we know a few of them.
Yeah, there we go. How about this? Maybe you make emails or phone calls to all the voices, and whoever calls back and whoever gets back to you the fastest, we'll rank them that way.
All right, that could work too. Looking forward this summer, we'll have our check-ins with all the voices and get a summer football report on ECU's opponents like we do every single year on Pirate Radio. And also, still a long ways to go. Ellerbe just coming off basketball. It's baseball season, but a couple months now, we Phil Steele season. We'll have to get him back on.
Man, and what a magazine he's got to put together now with a transfer portal and all that. I mean, like, his job was hard before, but the moving pieces to do in a magazine that you want to have out by July 1st, man, what a tough gig, but still a great way to spend the summer thumbing through that magazine.
The Pirates keep the foot on the gas. We got an RBI double by Alec Makarevich, and it is now 8-0 ECU as they play game one of a doubleheader at Clark LeClaire Stadium. So Trey is Savage cruising, the Pirate Bats hot, and it has turned into a fun one so far at Clark LeClaire. They'll play game two 45 minutes after the conclusion of this one.
Sounds good.
You done, Ellerbe?
Oh, was there anything else?
I don't have anything else for you.
A lot more great guests coming up.
Yeah, we got Brandon Manning coming up, Pirate Baseball, on our Farm Bureau ECU Baseball Report. We've got another edition of Name That Sound in hour number 2. Billy Weaver will join us, and Brian Hanks to talk about Dontrez Styles in studio. Had a great chat with Mike Schwartz earlier this week. If you missed it, you can check that out, Facebook, YouTube, or download it where you get your podcast. But Coach Schwartz, Javon Small out, but is very excited about another year of Brandon Johnson, R.J. Felton, Ezra Osar, and the guys improving. And then now he's got to hit that portal pretty hard. And that could include Dontrez Styles, who was at Clark LeClaire Stadium earlier today. But we'll talk more about that with Brian Hanks later on in the show.
Absolutely. A lot of moving parts going on in the world of sports these days.
All right. Well, Ellerbe, we'll see you next week.
Next week on Tuesday, the crew from the Down East Wood Ducks is going to be here at 3 o'clock. They got baseball in Kinston back this season. They're bringing some fun stuff for us to talk about on Tuesday when I'll rejoin you guys.
All right, sounds good. We'll talk some Pirate football when we return. You'll hear from Mike Houston and Donnie Kirkpatrick on our Flight by Yingling ECU practice report. Got that on the way. A diving catch by the UCF left fielder ends the inning, but a lot of damage done. Pirates up 8-0 on a UCF on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. Check that. That's the second out of the inning. So Alec Makarevich stands on second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. We'll take a timeout, come back, talk some Pirate football when we return after this.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They're open every day and have live music every night, along with 18 big screen TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesdays, it's line dancing. Thursday night is the dance party with DJ Kid Scene. And live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for more information on scheduled events, and we'll see you at the Buck.
Jeff Stein, our special guest from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, electric cars are coming. What's that mean for Brown & Wood customers?
For the customers, like it or not, EV is coming. We've installed 5 electric vehicle chargers here at the dealership. We have the all-new Cadillac Lyriq coming at 1st of 2024, and we've just seen the first reservation for the new Sierra EV.
People are interested in electric vehicles. How can they get up with you?
They can visit us at brownandwood.net or 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Getting a Jersey Mike's sub top Mike's way with onion, lettuce, tomatoes, oregano, and the juice is the bee's knees. Actually, it's better than the bee's knees. I mean, what's the purpose of knees on bees? They don't crouch, they just buzz around. But Mike's Way has a purpose, topping your sub the authentic Jersey way. It's the cat's pajamas. Wait, cats don't wear pajamas. Mike's Way is better. Let's just leave it at that. Get your sub top Mike's Way. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at appliancessuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like marinated oven roasted chicken tossed in our new hot lemon pepper sauce, kind of better. And now you can find them on the Papa Pairings menu. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each, only from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Zero means zero at Bostic Sugg Furniture. 0 minimum purchase, 0 interest, 0 sales tax. Today at Bostic Sugg, 0 gets you everything. Beautiful sofas, sectionals, and motion furniture, dining sets, and bedrooms. Then get a discount equal to double the sales tax, or 72 months 0 interest with 0 minimum purchase. Plus, sleep better on a new Restonic or Serta mattress with a power base. 0 means 0, but there's 0 time to waste. So hurry to Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Greenville's first ever Texas Fusion restaurant is now open for lunch. That's right, the Sidebar, located right beside the Dickinson Avenue Public House, now offers lunch Tuesday through Friday from 11:30 to 2:30. Come take a break from work and enjoy the tastiest food items around. Whether it's the honey chipotle chicken sandwich, smoked brisket tacos, chicken tortilla soup, chicken tinga nachos, or keep it simple with chips and salsa. To keep up with our ever-changing menu, food and drink specials, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Pirate Radio.
You know, East Carolina deserves to go to Omaha. People should be worried about us. We're going to be really good, and I'm not afraid to say it on record.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. And for Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Okay. All right, Brandon Manning and I talking television programs as we come back on here. Brandon asked, should he watch Ted Lasso? I said, absolutely, you should watch it. Should get on that.
I was told that I would thoroughly enjoy it, and it was right up my alley.
I think so. I think that's a good story.
That's what my not twin said.
It's even more dad humor than you like to break out sometimes, but plenty of dad humor for you. Nice. Pirates are rolling. We got a Josh Moylan 3-run bomb to make it 12-0 as they play in the bottom of the 5th inning. UCF back to the bullpen. Brandon, you're going to stick around until when? This game's over?
Well, it looks like this is going to be over beforehand, and then I might have to check out to go to game number 2.
Okay. Well,
we'll be fine.
We're gonna wrap up this hour talking football, or at least this segment, and then we'll dive into the baseball with you. Is that cool?
I was talking football on the way here. One of the umpires that's going to be, I don't know if there's umpires and referees for football. It's kind of weird, but he's my neighbor, and he said, yeah, we're still doing it tomorrow. I said, Godspeed.
Oh, you're talking about Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
So he's going to be reffing the spring game?
Yeah, I guess they go and get their practice, and the players get used to getting flagged.
Yeah, I reckon so. Does this house get egged a lot or toilet papered?
No,
for being
nobody.
You just outed him where he lives.
No, not really. I mean, because so they have like a whole bunch of people, and during the season he does like the sideline stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's not like he just does home ECU games. So
10-4. All right, so spring game going on. Nothing else going on this weekend. It'll all be pushed back to the April 28th, 29th weekend. Including the equipment sale. That'll be April 29th on that Saturday at noon. I should get your wife on. Way more entertaining than you are.
Well, she doesn't have a filter for her mouth sometimes. But I'm okay.
Good old pirate language. Starman batting with nobody on in the bottom of the 5th inning, 2 outs, but Pirates taking it to the Knights, 12-0. The score.
That was not where he wanted to swing.
And the inning is over. So let's get to some football on our Flight by Yuengling ECU practice report. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling, wherever beer is sold, the next generation of light beer. And we heard some of Mike Houston yesterday, got a little bit more from that press conference from a couple of days ago. Here is Coach Houston.
Is Josh Murphy, is he back like holding the spring? I know that was something he was doing last
year.
Yeah.
He has held the spring. He's been out there returning punts this spring. He and Javius Bond have been probably the two most steady punt returners He's done a lot. He has not been fully cleared just yet, so he hadn't had contact, but he's done everything else shy of contact. And, certainly, it crushed all of us when he went down during fall camp, but, he's kind of taken the adage of everything happens for a reason and has worked very hard to come back. And he's an older, more experienced guy now just from, helping out last year on the, student coach side while he was rehabbing his knee. So excited to get him back out there this summer.
What are your thoughts on Mason Garcia potentially leading the team this weekend?
Well, I mean,
spring game, and then this might be the last time that everybody sees him before we head up to Ann Arbor.
Well,
just thoughts on that and what you expect from here to then.
Well, I thought Mason was very strong on Saturday in our scrimmage. They had another good day today. I think he's getting more and more comfortable decision-making wise in the pocket. I thought he made several, very wise decisions with the ball in our team portion of the practice today. A couple times pulling the ball down and taking off. A couple of times standing in the pocket and delivering very accurate throws. But I think that every time out he improves just from experience. So. He and Alex will lead the two teams on Saturday. And Alex has had a very strong spring, and he has been highly competitive in that room. And just, the improvement of him from the fall is very impressive also. So we feel very, very comfortable with those two guys where they are right now.
There's no getting prepared for 120,000.
No.
And how do you kind of keep that pressure off of them, but want them to succeed and like rolling through the summer and have a successful season?
What pressure?
Exactly.
I mean, we have a great opportunity. There's no pressure on us in that game. So we're going to go up there and play our tails off and go right at them. So it's going to be a fun environment to play in. Another staff adjustment is Steve Shankweiler is now in an official capacity as Director of High School and Alumni Relations. And, Shank may be the most tenured coach, not one stint, but between his four in the history of East Carolina University. So, nobody better to be a guy that, number one, can be a liaison between the high school football coaches in the state of North Carolina and our staff. He will help coordinate our walk-on program. He will help coordinate camps and clinics. And then, heck, probably half our football alumni played for him or played when he was here. So a great guy to be a point of contact for our football alumni. It's something that, we've tried a couple times to, really get a lot of guys reconnected. We went through COVID and that kind of disconnected us again. So it's very important to me that, our former letter winners, football alumni, that they feel a connection to our program. And that's the reason we wanted Shank in that role. So great to have him in that official capacity. So, for the football alumni out there, if you need tickets or whatever, call Shank.
All right, there is Mike Houston, and talking about Shank at the end there, we'll get Steve Shankweiler on the show at some point to talk about his new role and what he's doing now. We saw him out at the Dale Murphy event. I understand his wife, I met her. She was a Braves fan when they were in Milwaukee, she said. So, longtime Braves fan, big-time Dale Murphy fan, and they were fired up to see Dale over the weekend. And Shank looked to be in pretty good spirits. A little more of the wear and tear and the pressure off now that he's taken a bit of a lighter role when it comes to on-the-field things, but is still involved with ECU football, and that is a tremendous thing for sure. All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back here from Donnie Kirkpatrick. Brandon Manning joining us. Brandon, starter for UCF, out of the game now. Ruddy Gomez, he goes 4 2/3, 12 hits, 12 runs, 8 of them earned. That's going to hurt your ERA.
Yeah, he might not be in the top of the league. He's definitely not going to be pitcher of the week in the AAC
No,
this year.
will not be getting that honor.
No.
So Trey Savage, by the way, still in the game.
How many strikeouts does he have?
Pitching with 2 outs in the top of the 6th, and I do not have that K number available at the moment, but I'll get that for you. We will take a Harold Varner look, get an update on what's going on in Augusta. keep talking Pirate baseball, and hear from Donnie Kirkpatrick when we return. Hour 1, Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
Great. It's 30 degrees in here. This is going to be a cold night.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime.
Mom!
Hi, I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Call Delcor today to get a new system installed for less than $100 a month. Offer expires soon. Go to delcorinc.com. Monthly fee based on new system financing is 9.9% APR for 120 months. Call Delcor for details.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear,
Warren's hot dogs.
then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Welcome to Russell's Spring Style. Our screen door says welcome to a beautiful selection of new apparel for men and women. The spring colors are bold and beautiful, just in time for vacation and Easter. Men, make your next suit or sport coat purchase easy with in-house alterations to assure a great fit. Ladies, it's Russell's for the best selection in dresses, tops, and slacks for most any occasion. Russell and Rhonda work hard to make Russell's in downtown Washington your shopping destination. It's all about you, our friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Opening day for the Wood Ducks is this Thursday, April 6th, with the first pitch at 7 p.m. and post-game fireworks. There will be giveaways all weekend, starting with the magnet schedule on Thursday, presented by Bojangles and WNCT Channel 9, a jersey koozie on Friday, sponsored by MedSource Pharmacy and the UPS store, and finally a City Edition jersey on Saturday, presented by Pepsi. All to the first 1,000 fans. Also on Saturday is the 75th anniversary celebration of Granger Stadium and a post-game Easter egg hunt, sponsored by Barnes Jewelers. It's the start to another fun-filled season. Go Woodies!
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Did you know 1 in 5 Americans use alternative wellness practices? And this number is growing, with good reason. Your CBD store empowers modern wellness through premium hemp products. We're the #1 CBD brick and mortar in the world with products for sleep, focus, recovery, and more. Our products are the gold standard in hemp wellness. Your CBD store, Greenville, 420 East Arlington Boulevard, or call 999-5127.
Must be 18 years of age. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I sailed out of the port of Bristol with sailors wearing black armbands.
Pirate Radio.
And found ourselves proclaimed notorious pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All righty, back with the Pirate Radio Live. Bad news, UCF back-to-back home runs. More bad news. Well, now I already spoiled it, but the no-hitter's over. Had a no-hitter going until those back-to-back home runs. But Trey Savage continues to pitch in the sixth inning. The good news is East Carolina is rolling. It is 12-3 over UCF as they play in the top of the sixth inning. 2 outs. Brandon Manning joining us. We will talk more baseball with Brandon coming up, but UCF got into a couple there, Brandon.
Yeah, man. They that first guy just put a stroke on it. I mean, that hit a foul. I mean, a light pole out there. That was pretty good. That guy right there to just finish one. He was out in front, just kept his hands back and, got the barrel going and just got it out of the park. So.
I don't like that. What's that?
What?
Is that a spoiler? Is something bad about to happen this at bat? Because my stats are showing 12-4.
Oh, spoiler alert.
And my ESPN Plus is showing 12-3. Are they about to go 3 in a row? Here's the pitch, and that ball is tattooed.
Gracious sakes. Watch out, Coach Houston.
Back to back to back, and now they only have to hit 8 more to tie it. It is 12-4. 3 straight home runs for UCF.
We talked about a run rule too early.
Yeah, it probably did. Shouldn't have brought up the run rule. We did. I didn't mention the no-hitter. Did anybody in here mention it?
I didn't even know there was a no-hitter going on.
Good. That's the best policy.
Best way. See another one. That was a stroke right there.
Barreled up.
Yeah.
And again, that's a breaking ball.
A little hanger.
Yeah.
Oof.
Just crushed it.
That was no doubt. That's definitely on the football practice field.
Just spun one up there.
So UCF clawing back here, and it is 12-4 in the top of the sixth.
Lead it to you.
When you get a 12-run cushion, though, you can allow things like this to happen. We'll see. Is that it for you, Savage? He's having a meeting with Wilcox and Brandon, but I don't see any coaches. Yeah, looks like
they're probably sending somebody quick to the pen. Can't use so many timeouts, so they probably got somebody down there working, and then a coach will come out here in a minute.
Well, Friday, you really haven't had to go to the pen that much on Fridays. I guess they're trying to continue that today, but can't keep
there he
giving
goes.
up.
Yeah, there's Cliff going to go get him. So, Brandon, with the I don't know, does it change anything with your bullpen strategy when you have a doubleheader and you're uncertain about a Friday? Like what, I don't know, what if anything changes with that?
So with a 12-run lead, I'm going to let that guy stretch out a little bit,
And it looks like they tried to, right?
They tried. I mean, he's been throwing a lot of innings. I mean, he's been going 6 and some change, 7.
I think he had a career-high pitches his last outing when he had the 13 Ks.
You don't want to do it too bad, but you still got an 8-run lead right now. You go out there and you just collect outs. That was a Bryant Ward, who's with UCLA. He used to say that a lot. You got a lead, you collect outs. You don't go out there for strikeouts. You get ground balls. Pitch to their bats, let them get hits, and maybe some ground balls, double plays, and get out of it and save your arms. Because I mean, with bad weather, we can speak to this in regional, past, but we'll start pitching and you throw 2 innings and then, here comes some rain, and then that guy's already loose. He's tightened back up. He can't go back out there. So now you got to have another whole guy ready to go. So I think we bring in somebody that's going to get a few innings right here. Maybe a Danny Bill be a good one. I don't know if we use him this early in the weekend, but since there's 3, let's let Danny just shut it down the whole game and go on about our business.
Some numbers from Patrick Mason. Your Savage exits with 2 outs in the 6th, 98 pitches thrown, and you got to remember 1 day short rest. So, but had a no going with 2 outs before all the bombage starting. 3 straight home runs from UCF, and the Pirates will try to get out of this 6th inning with Jordan Little.
From Mint Hill.
6'3", tall fella, big fella, will be on the mound for ECU.
Look at the hair.
Shirley, let's hit a few minutes of Donnie Kirkpatrick here on the Flight by Yuengling ECU practice report and hear what he had to say yesterday.
Coach, Saturday scrimmage, what do you think of the offense?
I actually was very pleased with the scrimmage. You know, we've had a weird spring. It seems like Tuesday and Thursday, you know, it's been a struggle. It's been a fight out there. And, you know, then on Saturdays, we've actually relaxed and went out there and played, made a lot of plays, and haven't really turned it over, you know, which is two good things. We weren't maybe as effective as we were the first Saturday, but, you know, I thought Mason really played well. I thought Alex played really good again. The running backs keep impressing us, and the offensive line, I think, keeps getting better and better. So there's some good effort. They're really playing hard. You know, I was having a little offensive meeting yesterday, and the kids were like, Coach, we're gamers. I think, yeah, that don't work. But we got to probably do a little better on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But Saturdays have been good. Hopefully we'll finish up with a third one this Saturday.
How would you evaluate true freshman Javius?
Bond. He is having a really eye-opening spring for us, I think. He's got really, really quick feet, and he runs hard. He's very mature for a high school senior right now, so he's definitely gotten everybody's attention. I know that the offensive line loves him. That's always a good sign. The head coach loves him. That's the most important thing a little bit, you know. So we've been really pleased with him. He's going to play. I mean, he'll be out there next year, I would say. Yeah.
Two new hires. I know Aaron's been
Yeah.
in the offense, but like all these moving parts under your room, how tough is it to get them acclimated in the mix of spring ball and everybody on the same page?
It's been the most difficult of all springs I've been through for that aspect. Now, you're right. Aaron Auer has been a blessing because not only had he done a great job for us, you know, for 3 years, and then especially last year as he moved into that analyst role and we gave him a lot more responsibility. It's been really nice to have somebody in there that also knew, you know, what we're doing, knew our system inside and out. Because even Raekwon has only been here 1 year, and now he's moved to running backs. So, you know, when you're in your first year coach receivers, you're just trying to get the receivers, trying to get all that stuff down. So he didn't pay much attention to the running backs. Now he's got a lot of experience coaching the running backs, but just not in our system. So Aaron's been a blessing, no doubt about it. What we're fortunate, though, is we hired really well. We were really lucky to get great personnel here. Obviously, Coach Mogridge is doing a fantastic job, and he's bringing a lot of energy. And he brought the guy we call Mackey with him, and I think he's dynamite. He's another great young coach right there. We're really blessed to have him. And then Darrell just literally got here Thursday and didn't know anybody's name, and we just kind of had him sit in the meeting room. It was kind of nice. Ryan McManus was able to have been activated, and Ryan's a football guy. He's a coach's kid, so he's able to help us, you know, because I don't have the time right now just to sit down and teach all that to them because we got too much going on. So hectic, trying to figure it out. Every day out there in practice, something happens, and then I go, we ain't talked about that yet. You know, it's something that when you've been together for years, everybody's on the same page. But we'll get there. You know, we'll catch up in the summer. I think we'll make up for it with a lot of great enthusiasm. Because I got some coaches got some juice on our side now. So we're going to be running them down. They're going to have to play hard.
Is it good, too, to have, I don't know, different perspectives come in? I mean, obviously you're going to have your offense, but
yeah.
Coach Mogridge maybe bringing some different ideas, that sort of stuff.
I do think that's another great point that you're making in that's a saying. When I worked for Mac Brown, back by his first head coaching job at Appalachian, he had always said that it's good for the staff to turn over because you get new ideas and you get stale, and then you only know what you know unless somebody else comes in. So I've always believed that, you know, 5 to 8 minds is better than one, especially when it's my mind. So, you know, we have a saying in the offense room that, you know, on our ship, everybody's got a row. Nobody rides for free. So I make them bring something to the table. You know, I know I have to make the decisions like that, you know, but I want their ideas. And I think that Coach Mogridge has definitely brought some new ideas, some new ways of doing some things. And I think Darrell will too in time as well. Ellerbe had already done that coming from Georgia. He had brought some ideas to the table, and that's probably how he worked his way up the ladder.
With right tackle, it feels like it's a big spring for Stribling. How has he kind of come along? I think his 4th year in the program, or he's been in it.
Yeah, he's been here for a while. And, Walt's always gotten a lot of opportunity in the spring because you're always got somebody injured or somebody just graduated. And now he's been left, he's been right, he's played a little bit of guard. He is without a doubt having the best spring he's ever had. And I think he is gaining some confidence. He's still going to be challenged next fall. That's one thing you learn when you go off to play college football. You learn spring practice, the depth chart doesn't necessarily just stay that way. You have to be good enough to keep it that way. And so he'll get some competition in the fall, but I do think he'll be in the depth. He is really starting to show that he can play for us.
Donnie Kirkpatrick talking a lot of O-line there, some coaching changes and personnel changes as well. We saw Noah Henderson out at Pro Day, and you do have some returners to that O-line, but that's going to be an interesting position, a position that is still being filled in, as we found out yesterday. Just got a new commit from the transfer portal, an Akron O-lineman coming into the program. So interesting to see post-spring ball what Coach Houston and the staff chooses to do portal-wise. Last year, we found a diamond in Isaiah Winstead. Do they have another one or two ready to go for this season? We shall see. Spring game coming up 11 on Saturday. That was our Flight by Yingling ECU practice report. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Wherever beer is sold, you can pick it up. All right, Brandon Manning, you'll join us, talk some baseball next segment?
Yeah, we need to get some more recruits in so Coach Kirkpatrick does not have to do like the ghost man and actually run the plays. It sounded like he literally was running the plays before he did the interview.
He did sound a little winded there. Donnie K, he's an all-timer. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Pirates up 12-4, bottom of the sixth inning, as it looks like Game 2's start time just took a little bit of a delay. Thought we might get out of it with a mercy rule, but might have to play it out now as it is 12-4 with Carter Cunningham at the dish for ECU in the sixth inning, and he walks. We'll take a timeout, come back talking baseball when we return after this.
You hanging about with anyone? It's not unusual to see me cry. You wanna die?
Pirate Fest, presented by Optimal, offers a full day of piratical tomfoolery. This free event includes 75 vendors, food trucks, art demos, mermaids, and of course, pirates. Join us on Saturday, April 15th from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. for live pirate reenactments, great food, and so much more. Finish off the day with a concert on the town common from country music artists Maddie and Tay. For more information, visit piratefestnc.com. It's going to be awesome.
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at appliancessuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 five-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growitpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Plumbing, Viva Electric, and Rolling Black Heating and Cooling have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. For plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services, go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Big Pitt County matchup last night in baseball. D.H. Conley knocking off J.H. Rose. And Brandon, you had an interesting stat to consider on that. So RV, the legend.
Stats to consider.
And Jason Mills has been around long enough to just about be in a legendary status. He got there when I was in school.
He started my freshman year. I was his first freshman baby. And I was.
Did you leave a lasting impact on the D.H. Conley baseball program?
I might have done a better job of leaving an impact at D.H. Conley than I did anywhere else. So.
But you said, so they've met 50 times, RV versus Jason Mills, Conley Rose.
Yeah.
And the record is what?
28 and 22.
In favor of?
Jason Mills.
How about that?
I didn't want to say it too loud.
Hey, look.
Play favorites.
Legends in the game. But that shows you the great rivalry that Conley and Rose have had.
Had a nice picture of them, 252.
Yeah, that's cool.
Buzz guys did it last night.
Had RV on the show a couple weeks ago and just loved talking baseball with him. And I love to hear him talk how he can still relate to players. He said one of the big changes, Brandon, from now to back then is back then the bus rides were, so rowdy and hooting and hollering. He said now the buses are so quiet because everybody's on their phones. And he said that's a huge change from how it was back in the day.
The guy just did the stinky leg down 12-4 on second base.
I don't care.
I mean, look, if
I don't care.
If you're down by, just don't.
Why? Who cares?
The stinky leg?
That's what it looked. It wasn't.
Are you saying it should be stanky?
It's stanky leg.
Come on, Brandon.
God.
Put some stank on it.
All right, let's see if you can see it.
Let me see the stanky leg.
He sort of does a little. It's not even a full. It was not.
Did he put enough stank on it, though?
He did not.
Not enough stank? All right, well, then don't. I mean, if he put a lot of stank on it, then.
If it makes him look like a fool, if anything. But why do you care? What's it to anybody?
I don't know. I do like. Did you notice the zero had like a cool.
What was that
of his
about?
Jersey. I guess that's like a DOS zero, if you will. from the old computer days.
Are you trying to be smart up in here?
I mean,
We don't
Chandler
like-
doesn't know what DOS is.
I don't know if I do. I've heard it.
That was what we used to play Oregon Trail on. It was like
Okay, enough old man radio. Brandon, let's get a quick HP3 update. How about that?
All right.
Harold Varner III, I believe he hit some water. I saw on Twitter. He is now even par, so has gone from tied for 12th to tied for 31st at even par right now, which puts him 7 back of the leaders. John Rahm has entered the leaders circle with Victor Hovland at 7 under par. They have a 2-shot lead over Sam Burns and Cameron Young.
I would put money on Koepka this weekend. That was somebody asked me the other day. I said Koepka.
He is 4 under par. He's coming off a win. I saw our buddy Zach Maskovich interviewed him after his Live Tour win in Orlando last week.
Good deal.
So I saw that, and he's hot and playing well today. Are you one of these guys that is that like a bucket list thing for you, Brandon, to go to Augusta?
No, I got some people down there that are in my company, and then some other people. I think Ross Warren's down there from Winter Rose, Greenville guy, and they just looked like they were hot. Like not and I don't mean good looking. They just looked like they were burning up,
not like
borderline melting.
Yeah.
And me being the chubbier guy, I don't do that.
Yeah. We tend to sweat quite a bit, right?
One guy said, it's great to go down there, but it's more expensive once you get down there than it is to get there.
Now, in what regard? Because I saw the menu and everything. It's like everything's cheap once you get into the. Is everything surrounding it?
I guess everything around it once you get there was just expensive.
Yeah. Well,
Willie Lumpkin in the game.
So the Pirates going with a new pitcher here. So UCF trying to rally here. The problem is for them, they're still down 8 runs. East Carolina had such a big cushion. And we get a live check-in.
Dual screen.
A little Shirley Rhodes softball update for you. East Carolina with a rally in the 7th inning.
Is that Anna Sawyer of the bat?
They have 2 on, 1 on, a runner on second, 2 outs, top of the 7th, and the Pirates trail by 1 and could tie the game potentially with a hit here. So we got a split screen going by ESPN Plus.
Is great.
I like this.
This is amazing.
Let's keep this thing going. So a couple of scores as the ECU dugout is into the game, trying to tie this baby up in the 7th inning.
That looks like Taylor Edwards at bat. Yeah, because Audrey Assini is on second base.
And that is
Andrea.
outside. Man, I kind of want to watch that now.
I mean, it's a more interesting game. Can we find that?
Yeah, let's see if we can get that on the plus.
I'll see if I can find it on mine.
All right, Brandon. So, Pirates needed Tuesday night. Yay or nay?
Yes. They needed it. I need it so I could have more fuel to the people on social media that are complete, I almost cussed, complete bad fans. That's really aggravating me.
You talking about our fans?
Our fans, yes. We got people that, don't have season tickets, don't go to but one game here and there, and just completely badmouth everything about, hey, God, our bullpen sucks. No, our bullpen's better than it was last year. God, we can't hit nothing. Hey, we're right in line with the same place we were last year, and we got more wins. God, well, when are we going to start doing this better? I don't know. We're again, we were so much better last year. At the same point in time last year, we actually have a better record. So, again, marathon, not a sprint. They were in the, second inning and third inning of the other night, and these guys on the ECU baseball Facebook page are just completely just don't know what's going on, and then ECU ends up just tearing it up, and they just hushed. They don't come back and say, I was wrong. They don't come back and say anything. They just badmouth ECU.
Shirley, who's the Houston coach?
She looks like young enough to play.
I don't know who the Houston coach is, but I do know that her name just slipped my mind. The coach that
it looks just like Courtney Oliver.
Yeah, Courtney Oliver is on the Houston staff.
Okay, that was her talking to the pitcher.
Okay, I didn't know she'd be the pitching coach, but
I hate to do this person looks like another person, but I was like, that looks just like Courtney Oliver.
Yeah.
Okay, well that explains things.
Come on, Jocelyn.
I like a good visor.
Yeah,
I'm during the summertime.
Okay,
I like a visor.
You know what I like, and I think you might be one of these guys, and I think your dad was as well. And I don't own one, and I want one. I want a is it a bucket hat, a floppy hat?
I'll see. Yes, a boonie.
I don't know what they're called.
so to speak. We actually.
But I know your dad was a big one of those guys, right?
Only when he's fishing. But that's literally came out today. We can do Farm Bureau.
Yeah, let me get one of them.
You want the Navy or the khaki? Literally today, I got this email.
What's less tacky, khaki?
Navy goes with anything.
I don't know. I wear a lot of black. It doesn't go with black, whereas Navy would.
I mean, that shows dirt. That shows dirt more than that.
You think I'm getting dirty? Come on, man.
I didn't know.
I'm out of the field.
I didn't know if you were going to help your dad.
My dad's the dirty Brock.
Mow the grass.
He's the hard-working one. I'm the lazy one. I tell you what, surprised me, Brandon, but I would love one of those to put on this head of mine. By the way, East Carolina softball, we have switched over to the softball game. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, 7th inning, and we got a 3-0 count.
Where are we sitting in conference on softball, Shirley?
At the bottom.
We haven't had a conference win yet. Oh, that should be ball 4. The bases are now loaded.
Okay, we can't do this.
Okay,
you're going to have to.
Sorry.
Just knock on the window.
Can you pause? Can you pause for a second so we can get together?
3 seconds, maybe 5.
We got to get together, Shirley.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, come on. You always complain about this, as do I. We got to get on the same page.
I think we got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shirley.
You're welcome.
These Houston jerseys are awful, by the way.
Yeah,
well, we were just
try
saying
being
how much
a
you
PA
like
person.
home whites.
That is too white.
White letters.
I don't need white numbers. I need white jerseys. Give me a break.
I don't mind white jerseys. Just don't make your numbers white because it's difficult to see, especially from a PA standpoint. You got to make sure you're announcing the right batter.
They don't have any red on the jerseys, which I'm fine with that, but just at least make the numbers black. I like our unis, the gold tops with the purple bottoms. All right.
Trying to figure out if that's Anna Sawyer.
It looks like her.
I believe that might be Anna.
Oh, it's 0-2.
Greenville product. Let's go, buddy. She's had some big hits this year.
Oh, she rocked a 3-run bomb at Carolina.
Yeah.
But now down 0-2 with the bases loaded. This is what you did in the yard as a kid. These moments right here, Brandon.
Yes.
Show the pitcher. I don't care about the Houston dugout. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And the game is over.
Look, man. She's going to be here for 4 years. She's going to have plenty of time.
And the thing is that she's going to get better as the longer she stays here.
I tell you what, she ain't better today, and the Pirates lose, and I am pissed.
It's going to be kind of cool. Her brother.
You didn't even acknowledge me.
Her brother will be here in a couple years playing baseball for ECU. And
what's his name?
Sawyer.
No, I'm talking about his last name.
Sawyer.
So what's his first name?
Sawyer. It's really James, but everybody's always. And when he was at Greenville Little League, they called him Sawyer, so people just call him Sawyer.
Sawyer. I don't know how I feel about that.
He played for Pepsi, so I always called him Minji's because I thought Sawyer was weird.
Sawyer. All right, well, we'll get back to baseball now. East Carolina softball loses to Houston in crushing fashion, had loaded up the bases there. East Carolina baseball trying to just kind of play out the string here, and UCF has scored 3 more runs. It is 12-7 as they are making this a game.
Willie Lumpkin, something went wrong there. We weren't paying attention to you.
Willie or won't he? It is 12-7. So I guess we're gonna have to tack on a few more runs here. No lead is safe as they play in the bottom of the 6th now, I believe. Could be bottom 7. Brandon, we were talking about the other night, though. Bats got going. Huge outing from Jake Hunter, too. Josh Groves said it yesterday. They needed somebody to kind of stop the bleeding, calm things down, and he was able to do that the other night.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody was ready the other night. The whole team. I think they had a nice long meeting with a lot of the team leaders, and
One new thing they did, Brandon, or a different thing, they practiced on Monday. They had not been having Monday practices. Now, if that's a factor, I don't know, but they were coming off a series loss. They had been playing bad in the midweek, so Cliff Godwin said, let's have a Monday practice.
Is that just for this week because it's going to have a Sunday off?
I don't know. And I asked Josh Groves about that. I said, is it because of the midweek struggles, the series loss, or because of the setup for this week? And he said all the above, probably. So I don't know if they'll practice next Monday or not.
There used to be a rule where you can only, participate in sports 6 days out of the week, and Monday was always your rest up day. That was get your homework caught up and stuff like that day. And
But now that they're going to have a definite Sunday off and a Saturday off.
So I think, move it up. That was a smart thing to do, and Cliff got him right, doing the things that he does as a coach, and him and Palumbo do a great job preparing us. And I really think we just needed that win, needed some positive stuff to start snowballing in the right direction for us, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Brandon will be heading out to Game 2. Question for you. I haven't even asked you this. Will you play against me and name that sound next segment?
Yes, because I already heard Owen is not playing.
Okay, fair enough. We're giving Owen. Look.
I gave myself time off, by the way. Don't you say y'all gave me off.
Nobody said that.
I heard Owen was going to take time off.
He said Owen wasn't playing. That's all he said, and he's true. Chandler's going with the "you can't fire me, I quit."
I quit.
You're going with the Jeff Comfer. We don't want to be in a bowl game. That year they were 5-7.
Yes.
And he gave a spit. We're not going to play in a bowl game this year. No crap. Nobody's inviting you. Nobody asked you to.
Jeff Comfer is large head. He did have a dome.
Okay. Sounds like you're giving your inner thoughts, but saying them on a microphone.
Because I'm watching this game.
Especially the way like you are speaking, it sounds like in movies and cartoons.
His inner thoughts.
Is the thought speaking? Is like. He did have a dome.
A big head.
He had a big head.
He got a big noggin.
He had a big dome.
His head weighed as much as Lane Hoover's whole body does.
Lane Hoover up to bat. Did you see his 3-run chopper earlier? Was that not typical Lane Hoover?
Yes.
Beautiful thing.
Lane's going to beat that. He's going to hit one off the front of the plate, at least once a weekend. It's going to bounce 30 feet up in the air, and he's going to be waiting on second base like, hey, guys, I'm here.
Hoover bats with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Pirates up 12-7. All right, well, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll continue to watch ECU baseball. We'll see if they can get some insurance runs. Speaking of insurance, that was the Farm Bureau Insurance. I didn't mean to do that. Farm Bureau Insurance ECU baseball report. You can call Brandon Manning anytime, 531-1812, 252-531-1812. You can go visit him, Beacon Drive in Winterville, and he will talk to you about your auto, home, life insurance, and tough economic times. Brandon, maybe save some money for some people.
Yes, you never know. Call us, let us quote your business. I'm not saying I'm definitely always going to be cheaper, but I'd like a chance to try. And see, Hoover right there.
Lane Hoover just places a ball into shallow left field.
Broke out the 60-degree wedge right there, just lofted one.
It's a beautiful thing. You can call Brandon Manning, 531-1812, and he'll help you out. Auto, home, life insurance with Farm Bureau Insurance in Winterville. We will take a break, come back, more Pirate baseball talk, and name that sound on the way after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, what can you do for people looking for a new vehicle in 2023?
We can show the people the #1 selling car in the region, the Buick Encore, the Encore GX, the Envision, and the Buick Enclave. We've also got Cadillac dominating the market with the XT4, XT5, and XT6, and we continue to get new GMC Sierra trucks in daily. Please come see us, 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Some things just go together. That's why Bojangles and Appalachian Mountain Brewery have partnered to brew the tasty beverage we didn't know we've been waiting for. Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea. Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea is perfect for entertaining, enjoying on vacation, tailgating, and any occasion when you want to bring the fun. It's always been Bo time, and now it's brew time. Pick up Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea today at your favorite local retailer. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing, supporting the Pirate Nation since 1989.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Take control of your health today with ArcPoint Labs. Are you a woman interested in your overall health? The ArcPoint Labs Women's Health Panel is a routine wellness check that tests hormone levels, thyroid function, cholesterol levels, complete blood count, and more. A simple blood test at ArcPoint Labs can provide some answers to why you're not feeling your best. Visit arcpointlabs.com today or call 629-6228. ArcPoint Labs. Accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Visit artpointlabs.com.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
Did you know 1 in 5 Americans use alternative wellness practices? And this number is growing with good reason. Your CBD store empowers modern wellness through premium hemp products. We're the #1 CBD brick and mortar in the world with products for sleep, focus, recovery, and more. Our products are the gold standard in hemp wellness. Your CBD store, Greenville, 420 East Arlington Boulevard, or call 999-5127.
Must be 18 years of age. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head. This is the new crispy Parm Pizza, and it puts toasted Parmesan where it's never been before, on the bottom. Introducing the crispy Parm Pizza, only from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Pirate radio sounds different.
Different is good. We are all the same. You'll be ashamed.
Because different is good.
Oh, yeah.
Pirate radio.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at atlanticwireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, Brandon Manning, pass along some of your baseball knowledge as we talk in the break there. Jacob Starling strikes out looking, and you say 2 weeks ago that's a ball that Starling hits out of the park. You said doesn't look like he's seeing it today. What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, 2 weeks ago, he's been our most consistent hitter for the whole year. I mean, there's no doubt. The guy opened up with like a hanging breaking pitch, and it just spun right there, and he let it just let in there belt high and let it go. Very next pitch, ball was high out of his hand. Oh Lord, and it was high when it ended up at Star, and he swung through it. And then he just acted like he could not see the ball today. And that's the second at bat. Last time, remember, he got fisted. Ball was 6-7 inches inside. And then he did that again right there. And then a ball, nice strike right down the middle, and he takes it. And so it's just not like he's seeing it too good today. But that's all right. Look, I don't have any problem with a strikeout or getting out or anything. You're going to do that. But Star typically hits those pitches well.
And just you keep saying like today and 2 weeks ago, there is like ebbs and flows during the season with players and things like that.
So yes,
streaks. I always hear it's the size of a beach ball.
Oh God, I mean, like what 3 weeks ago, everybody was down on AMAC. Today he's 3 for 3 and got 2 hits against State the other night. I mean, he's now hitting the ball.
All right.
And like Bryson Worrell.
Hoover got benched.
Yeah, Hoover got benched, and now he's like double-digit hits in the last 5 or 6 games. I mean, last year Bryson Worrell started off very slow, and in the year he's got 16 bombs or 15 bombs, and I mean it's just an ebb and flow. Some people just takes the right positivity, the right thing to happen. You never know.
I guess, and there's a base hit up the middle that's going to score a run or 2 runs. Wilcoxon scores. Hoover will stand up in. So Pirates needed a little Farm Bureau insurance runs, and they got some there with 2 on a Cam Clonch base hit.
Are we going to make that a thing?
Yeah, we got to now. Okay, sounds good, right?
Yeah.
And now I forgot what I was going to say. What I was going to say was I see a lot of fans, and this is, I don't think it's maybe it's uneducated, but it's not a terrible suggestion. You got good players on the bench that Cliff Godwin brought in and recruited. When the Pirates are struggling, people want to see those players in the game. I guess one reason you don't put them in, well, A, because they're young players and they might not be ready, but B, you don't want to kind of mess with your lineup that much and take guys out. You want them to kind of fight themselves out of a slump, I guess.
So if you got some guys battling an injury, a nagging injury or something like that, yeah, get them out of there, give them a day's rest. But if you have freshmen that aren't quite ready and sophomores that aren't really getting it in inter squads, another run, no, everybody moves up. You got guys, they may get redshirted if you don't play that much. Save them. I mean, we don't have COVID years anymore. We got to start banking some stuff.
Yeah.
They can get X amount of bats, I think, but let's save them. But at the same time, you don't know what goes on in inter squad. Cliff's going to put the best 9 guys out there that's going to hit and going to produce. And if that guy's not getting it done in practice, he may get up 14-7 in the 9th inning at bat because it's not going to hurt anything. But, I understand people will say, oh, God, there's such and such guy. He's playing. And
people want to see Dixon Williams and Burgess and those guys.
You know what? And Dixon's come in, and he's gotten 3 hits this year and a few at-bats, has some, good at-bats. And that's fine. I mean, that's what people got to realize, that it's not paying your dues. It is, hey, these guys are here. I mean, Alec Mekarevich is one of the top defensive third basemen in the nation, and Dixon's got to play against that. Which is hard. So, but he'll be fine. Dixon's going to be fine. He's got plenty of time to be a top hitter for ECU.
All right, Shirley Rhodes, we're going to continue the baseball talk. Pirates lead 14-7 in the 7th inning with runners on 2nd and 3rd, but we're also going to play a game of Name That Sound.
This was your master plan to get me distracted with baseball so you could win?
I got no plan.
Come on in.
But I've never lost this game.
Sit right down. Take a guess.
You know who has?
I do.
And name that sound.
Oh, Owen.
Turn that frown upside down.
Technically, I've never lost either.
Because it's time for Name That Sound. Now, here's the host of Name That Sound, Miss Shirley Rhodes.
Thank you very much, and welcome in to the weekly game show everyone waits for on a Thursday is Name That Sound, and it's very simple. I name a sound, I play a sound, and you have to name the sound. And we have 2 new contestants today, and when I say 2 new contestants, it's because one is not going to play this week. Owen is not going to play.
Owen.
We're going to give him the week off. Actually, we're going to give you a couple of weeks off. And so he can let his bruised ego heal.
I'm going to be like Dennis Rodman, and I'm just going to go and take a 48-hour vacation.
To Vegas?
He's going to join the NWO.
and boom, and then bang.
How about 2 undefeated competitors today? This is undefeated versus undefeated, Shirley.
Yes,
what
it
battle.
is. And so Brandon Manning, our guest contestant today, and, of course, the reigning champion, Mr. Cliff Brock. So let's get this game underway.
Alec Makarevich is 4 for 4 today, everybody.
AMAC is raking today. All right, here we go. Here is your first sound.
Same scores I beat you with in Oslo.
Hey, I was on Quaaludes. I don't even remember Oslo.
Blades of Glory.
That would be correct.
All right.
God, as soon as I heard Will Ferrell's voice, I had it, but you got me.
Favorite movie of Josh Groves, I believe.
Favorite non-baseball athletic movie.
Blades of Glory.
All right, hold on.
I was on
had to get my,
Quaaludes.
let's see.
I don't know if I I've ever seen that.
That was the same voice he had in that car when he's like, I filled in my plums. What was that?
That was Eastbound and Down.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Here is the second sound.
Particularly miles, of course. That's impossible. They're on instruments.
Three Stooges?
That would be incorrect. I'm going to play it again.
Something in that era.
Particularly miles, of course. That's impossible. They're on instruments.
Airplane. Sounds like
you are correct.
How do I do it?
I don't
even know how I do it.
That was good.
I just said last week I've never seen Airplane.
Which is ridiculous because it's one of the funniest movies you'll ever see.
So now I think Chandler this fixed.
It's not.
I've never seen Airplane. Yet I know the sound.
I used context clues. I knew it was from that era. It sounds like a comedy, that kind of comedy.
I can confirm that it's not.
Okay. All right.
What? That it's not a comedy?
If he's going to pull that rabbit out of the hat every time, I'm done.
It is not. No, it is not.
No, it is not.
Take it back. Brandon Manning.
That was like honest to goodness, I wish I could have made that into a meme because it was great.
No, it is not.
All right, here we go. Here is your next sound.
Get there.
Strikeout RBI, Brandon?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's how you pad stats right there.
Quiet on set.
Sorry.
Okay, here we go.
Cash register.
You are incorrect.
Bingo balls.
Incorrect.
Rattlesnake.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Good pull, Brent.
I came up with that sound.
Yes.
That was good. Thank you.
Chandler helped me with
Way
that
to
one.
go there, pal.
All right, here we go. Next sound.
And my partner here, he want to see the product. When he talking?
Scarface.
No.
And my partner here, he want to see the product. When he talking? My name is Jeff.
Sound like the guy next Friday.
My name's Jim.
It's not.
My partner, did you want to see the
And
product?
my partner here, he want to see the product. When he
Cheech and
talking?
Chong.
My name is Jeff.
My partner wanted to see the product. What is that?
Jim.
And my partner here, he want to see the product. When he talking? My name is Jeff.
Oh,
Deuce Bigelow.
no, Dave Chappelle and that's not that.
Oh, you're talking about Half Baked?
Half Baked?
No, that ain't Samson Simpson.
No, that's not Samson Simpson.
Samson, bitch.
And my partner here, he want to see the product.
What was
When
the
he
Scarface guy in?
My name is Jeff.
That was also in Half
I know.
Baked.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sounds
but
like him, kind of. Yeah.
It is not.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Oh, so we can finally play Whitney? The answer is from the movie 22 Jump Street.
Oh man.
Oh,
Okay.
that was
That was one Channing Tatum
Yes.
that said, my name is Jeff.
Jim. And I've seen that. I mean, that was a funny movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
Chandler, would you like some Panthers news?
Sure.
The Panthers have agreed to terms with former Dolphins safety Eric Rowe.
Eric Rowe.
Row your boat.
Row your boat.
All right, back to the
Gently
game.
down
Hashtag we
Midstream.
finally fired Matt Rule.
All right, here we go. Next sound.
Independence Day.
The Star Wars thing taking off.
Transformers. Ooh, what was that?
See, you're too busy talking and you don't
I'm
hear
guessing.
the whole thing.
I'm playing the game. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nope.
Mandalorian. Sounds like Baby Yoda.
What the hell is that? Somebody giggling?
First of all, Star Wars.
I love
yes, it
knowing
is
the
someone.
sound.
Yes, it is someone giggling. First of all, Star Wars, we've already used. I don't use the same sounds.
Yeah, Brandon.
Wow, Brandon. Why don't you just leave?
Sorry, Aunt Karen.
Let's see.
All right, I'll play it one more time.
No clue.
Okay. Brandon, would you like to venture a guess?
Battlestar Galactica.
That is also incorrect.
I was going to say, if he just threw it out there and got that, I was going to be done.
Done.
All right, I'm done.
All right, the answer would be I don't know what it's actually called, so
Then how can it be a noise?
It's from The Dark Knight. It's the Bat Bike.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the
Joker,
Joker is giggling at the
Ledger.
end,
Very
which is
good.
why I left it in. I thought that would be a context clue for you.
By the way, we have a final score on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented
Walk-off
by
season.
the Buck.
The Buck.
So I didn't think about that. Pirates win at 17-7. They mercy rule them.
They scored 5.
Nice.
So there you go.
So approximately 45 minutes from now.
Yep.
We'll say 5:30 game time.
All right. Ish.
Carter Spivey slated to start that game, by the
All
way.
right.
Come on.
All right.
All right, here we go. Next sound.
Hey, Terry, I did my first desk pop. It's a real thing, right?
Saturday Night Live cheerleaders.
No, it's not real. They were so convincing in their argument. They swung me.
Oh, I thought I had that.
My first chest bump.
Hey, Terry, I did my first desk pop. It's a real thing, right? A desk pop? Yeah. No, that's not real. They were so convincing in their argument. They swung me.
Desk pop is what, not a...
I mean, we all know who that voice is.
Is it? Is Will Ferrell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, that's not...
I just need the movie.
Movie?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Terry, I did my first desk pop. It's
Old
a real
school.
thing,
No,
right?
no,
A desk
the other
pop?
guys.
Yeah. No, that's not real. They were
You're correct,
so
Brandon.
convincing in their argument. They swung
other
me.
guys?
Wahlberg.
It's the scene where
Yes.
the detectives
That's
convince him
right.
to shoot his gun.
It was the Terry. I
Yeah.
didn't hear that the first time.
Yep.
Was that Terry Crews?
No, it was
Put it in
Mark
reverse,
Wahlberg's
Terry?
name was Terry.
Eric correctly said the other guys. Chris incorrectly said Back to the Future a moment ago.
Yep.
Thank you for playing at home.
All right, 2 more sounds, and then we'll take a quick break. All right, here we go. Next sound. By the way, the score is tied at 2 apiece.
I mean, Gremlins or
No, this is an animal. There's your clue.
Emu.
it's a frog. So it's
A whippoorwill. I don't know.
maybe it's some kind of bug making a loud noise.
No, it is a mammal.
Oh,
A dolphin.
No.
have we already done hippo?
Yes, we've already done hippo. So that is obviously
Because I
not.
might have. Did you hear water in there? A seal. Sea lion.
A whale.
Mm-mm. Here's a clue. Timon was one of them.
Hog.
Incorrect.
No.
Wild.
What are they called? A
Prairie dog.
Nope.
God, but that's what it looks like.
weasel.
Incorrect.
It's got to be an African animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, okay. I don't know.
Brandon?
I don't know what it's called.
Puma was a warthog. Timon was a...
When I was a young
Warthog. Very nice.
I don't
Puma.
freaking know.
Not in front of the kids.
What is it?
That is a meerkat.
Damn, Meerkat Manor. I've watched it.
You talking about MILF Manor?
No, Meerkat Manor.
What is Meerkat Manor?
That's a show with literally you
Meerkats?
watch meerkats.
Okay.
All right.
When
Here's.
I was a young
It's like
warthog.
it's like read their lips, the famous lips things, and you make their own sounds. There's meerkats with like real people talking behind it and stuff.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Count me out.
All right. Here's your last sound for this one before we take a break. Score is still tied at 2 apiece.
What a game.
Here we go. I will be quite impressed if someone guesses this one.
I know that sound.
That's
It's a deer call.
No, it is not.
It's a duck call.
That is not.
It's a cow.
It's one of those things you turn upside down and then it makes a noise.
Brandon got it.
So, but all joking aside, they have called a.
It's called a country cow.
Yes, they also all joking aside.
I said cow.
If Bryce Williams was,
I said cow.
But I was looking.
He said you turn it over.
It's a can.
So in the redneck world, and Bryce will back me up on this. There's it's called deer calling a can, and that's what you do is you turn it up and it makes that exact sound because it sounds like a female doe bleat.
Okay, well.
So the answer is country cow.
Country cow.
I
It is
said
an
cow.
old toy.
He said thing you turn over.
I will award.
Who's closer?
I will award both of you a point.
How is that fair?
Because he got the right animal, you got the right.
I shouldn't get a point.
But it wasn't an animal.
I'm so good at arguing that
It was not an animal.
I talked myself into a half a point.
It is called a country cow. It was a can. You turned it upside down like this. You had it in the 80s.
But it was a can, not an actual freaking animal. This is rigged. Jesus
Well, I mean,
Christ.
Brandon, you're going to get the point anyway.
And he got it too.
So what do I
Did he
get?
get half a point?
Are we going 0.5s?
What do we do, Judge? Cow. I got part of the answer. He didn't. What do you say, Owen? Not that it matters.
I mean, you meant like an actual cow.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Which
I
is
argued.
not what I was looking for.
I argued my point so well.
I was looking for a cow in a can.
What you do? A cow in a can.
You can't have a can without a cow.
But you were just saying
Flip
a cow
coin.
boy.
Flip a coin.
I know. Just make a ruling. Don't give me a point.
Flip a quarter.
No point.
All right. Thank you.
I was going to go flip a quarter. That's better.
Well, while you guys are busy
Here's
arguing
a quarter.
over
Call
it,
somebody who cares.
Thanks,
while you guys are busy arguing over this, we're going to take a break. They're going to continue to argue over this for the next 4 minutes. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the conclusion of Name That Sound right here on Pirate Radio.
Cool off.
I'm a cow.
I'm turning their mics
and
off.
I can.
Perspiring.
There we go.
At US Cellular, you can get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data, which is good news for you, friendly hermit who shuns society and lives in a cabin all by himself.
Wow, thanks. You know, you'd be surprised how much data a hermit goes through.
Actually, I'm not that surprised at all. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Winslow's is now Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room. With a brand new look, Fifth Street Hardware also has a new menu and serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, they have poker every Tuesday night, Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan, and on Friday and Saturday nights they have live music open till 2 a.m. serving light appetizers all night long. New look, new name, same location on Fifth Street. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for more specials. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio. Pirate. Pirate. Pirate Radio. Radio.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years, and you can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back into PRL. And we are in the middle of Name That Sound after a controversial call on a sound.
I went for
Brandon.
I went for the replay.
So Brandon is up.
Brandon is up 3-2. That is your score.
Score update from Clark LeClaire. Pirates win game 1 of a doubleheader 17-7. Game 2 coming up, and we'll see if they've made it official. Brandon's unofficial start time is 5:30, and I'll see if ECU has put anything out as of yet. Our score here, 3-2, Brandon Manning leading.
All right, gentlemen.
Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by DeBuck.
DeBuck.
Good work.
DeBuck. All right, here we go. Next sound.
Mini-me.
Damn.
You are correct, sir.
Damn. I think this is probably my biggest deficit all time.
Your score is currently 4-2.
That's exactly what that was. What round we in?
We're in the second round. We have one more round to go, plus we have a bonus round. A bonus sound, excuse me. All right, here we go.
Hungry Hippos.
Incorrect.
Trouble?
That's what I said.
You are incorrect.
That was a good one.
Pop the dice. Pinball or like little
Yahtzee?
No.
What?
Are we on the right track at all? Not really.
It is. It's something children. It's a children's.
The like your fake your bubble. The things are popping. You're pushing a fake like vacuum cleaner or something. And it's
I know
popping.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
The toy that's popping balls.
Yes.
I will accept this answer only because I didn't know what it was called, and I did the exact same thing.
That's fine.
It is called believe it or not, because I did not know the name of it until I looked it up. It is the Fisher-Price corn popper.
Yeah,
but it's the little bubble thing with the wheels on it, and you push it.
That's what I had in my brain.
No, you were going on the right track.
Look, I don't like you pitying me right now.
Okay.
I don't like the way you're supporting me. I feel like
he's being very sportsmanlike.
I don't feel like it's genuine though.
I'm what was the Chicago Bulls coach?
Phil Jackson.
Yeah, but does the what do they?
You're the Zen master.
I'm just trying to.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you overthink this one.
Thank you, Brandon.
Did you hear me? That I was like, give it to him, because we couldn't figure out what it was.
I was like, how do you search that sound?
But you can't, and there's no way to know the name of it. Like I'm sure more than just Fisher Price did it too. So.
Well, I know
I
that
bet a Mattel type situation.
I just remember as a kid I had one. I just never knew what it was called. I called it the popper, which obviously is part of the name. I didn't know that the actual name of it was called a corn popper.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Last round.
4-3.
4-3 is your score. Brandon in the lead.
Roller skates.
Incorrect.
Skateboard.
You are correct.
Tie game. You gonna say good job now?
That I thought it was a freaking jet. So yeah, hell of a job. It's a jet in a tunnel.
No.
I'm a big skateboarder. By the way, never skateboarded.
Were you a skater boy?
See you later, boy.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a skater girl though. All right, here we go. Next sound.
Who cares? Days of Thunder. There we go. I said it this time.
I tried to slip it
by.
him.
The fix.
No, it is not.
You're right. The fix is in, Brandon. For you.
No, I tried to slip it past it because I didn't use the main thing.
No, you didn't.
Sir, would you like a gimme answer?
On this platter?
Here you go, sir.
Okay.
So in order, the W.
Give me a break.
It's because you're down a point. You're so mad about it. All right, here we go. Next sound.
We figure we's a little juice. No, we's in the juice. We's the juice. No, we's in the juice.
Pauly Shore?
The actor, yes, but I'm looking for the movie that this is from.
Biodome.
You are incorrect.
Son-in-law.
We's a little juice.
In the Army now.
No, we's in the juice.
What else?
No, we's in
I
the
should get
juice.
credit for this. Protest. This game's under protest.
No, because then I would have to give you a point that you guessed it was Will Ferrell. Mister. I will play it one more.
In the Army now.
We's a little juice.
The weasel.
We's in the juice. We's the juice. No, we's in the juice.
He only made like 3 good movies.
I feel like we've named them. There's another that we cannot think of.
Now.
We figure
Son-in-law. Was he an Encino Man?
No,
Or did we-
He was an Encino Man.
Is that it?
Yeah,
That was
he
it.
Damn, I was going to say that off the bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Encino Man.
That was
is
like
the-
his first
it's
movie.
It was the scene where they're drinking out of the what is it called? The frosty machine.
I don't remember any of that movie.
I do because I remember.
Was Brandon
Don't
Fraser
weasel
in
the
it?
juice.
Brendan.
Yeah,
Brendan
Brendan Fraser.
Fraser.
Yes.
Brandon Manning.
All right, here we go.
What a battle.
The score is tied. The ball is tipped.
Da-doon.
All right, here we go. Next sound.
Drumline.
You are incorrect.
Friday Night Lights. Oh. Basketball.
Incorrect. It is not a movie. It is a television show.
And it's not Friday Night Lights.
It is not Friday Night Lights.
All American.
It's as a matter of fact, it is. It's
Last
not.
Chance U.
No, it has nothing to do with football.
The what is it, like Iron Chef or something?
No.
You were about to say, as a matter of fact, when I said All American. What was that about?
How what?
You said,
It's
as a
not
matter
football.
of fact.
No. I was when you yelled out All American. I was trying to say, as a matter of fact, it doesn't have anything to do with football.
Okay. I was like, man.
I got nothing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm surprised you didn't get it because it's the one you always blurt out when you can't remember anything. American Gladiators.
Taylor would have got it.
It was the assault course where
Okay.
they're shooting those darts at you.
God, that was a great show.
Cool. Okay.
I used to love that
Eric
show.
said Brandon's about to give Clip the Angel Reese treatment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your score is still 5-all.
My goodness.
Here is your next sound. I will tell you the bonus sound is extremely hard. So really, if you want
Score's
to win
5
this,
points.
if you want to win this, you're gonna have to get this one.
Poker cards. Shuffling.
Shuffling. Yeah.
Thank you.
Brandon got it. It was cards being shuffled.
What kind of stuff's he doing over
I'm
here?
love you to the bullpen on that one. Love you to the bullpen.
All right, and now
The first one was a double.
for the bonus sound.
I don't even really acknowledge this unless I get it and win. But I'm giving Brandon the win here. I'm ready to shake his hand.
Flatline.
It is incorrect.
The thing they gave me at W.H. Robinson to see if I was deaf.
The hearing test?
Yeah, hearing test.
It's coming out of this ear.
Yes. Can you hear it now?
Left ear.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah, where you had to go.
Yeah.
And I always messed up because I was like, oh, I heard it in my left ear, but I raised my right hand by accident because
Kids
I was
these
just.
days have no idea.
Oh, my God. I did this on purpose just to mess everybody up. I very seriously doubt anyone will get
Is
this.
the oven timer?
No.
Or the microwave done?
No.
Fire alarm. Smoke alarm.
No, that's the sound that we heard for 20 minutes straight heading into the studio this morning because the it was the battery backup alarm. You know when our battery backups
That
die?
was an inside job.
Yeah, that was an
Jesus
inside job,
Christ.
literally.
Brandon, I want to shake your hand. I have
Yes,
been
sir.
defeated.
You have been defeated.
Brandon,
Clip.
meet me after this, meet me after this, and just
Where's this going?
tell me how you did it, because I want to know how, so I can try to be.
This
Clip.
game is under protest for the cow question and Pauly Shore. Even though I got that one right, still under protest.
No, you can't protest the Pauly Shore because you
Surely.
recognize Will Ferrell in the other ones.
Last time I checked, I'm in America and I can protest if I please.
Last time I
your
checked,
right.
I'm the judge of this game show,
Come
and I can
on.
tell you, no point.
Come on.
Game's under protest.
Hey, I'll take it.
Brandon, thanks for hanging out.
Brandon,
Guys, it's been a
Brandon.
pleasure.
Thanks for
Do we have a
being
game
here.
time yet?
Haven't seen anything official. I'm gonna go home and cry though. Y'all can do the rest.
Brandon,
of the
you
show.
made a long-lasting impact. Just text them and say start at 5:30.
You make a long-lasting impact on Name That Sound after today. 5:20, Brandon Manning.
Oh,
5:20. So you need to get out there.
All right. You guys have a great weekend.
Later, buddy.
Great Easter Sunday. Put on your nice bow ties and pink and purples.
Call Brandon Manning, 531-1812, Farm Bureau Insurance, Beacon Drive in Winterville. He can help you out with your auto, home, life insurance. Give him a call. We'll talk to him next week. We'll talk to Billy Weaver when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday after this.
Pirate Fest, presented by Optimal, offers a full day of piratical tomfoolery. This free event includes 75 vendors, food trucks, art demos, mermaids, and of course, pirates. Join us on Saturday, April 15th from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. for live pirate reenactments, great food, and so much more. Finish off the day with a concert on the town common from country music artists Maddie and Tay. For more information, visit piratefestnc.com. It's going to be awesome.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Attavola Market Cafe. Attavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Attavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Attavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Attavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Attavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and AttavolaMarket.com. Attavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Opening day for the Wood Ducks is this Thursday, April 6th, with the first pitch at 7 p.m. and post-game fireworks. There will be giveaways all weekend, starting with the magnet schedule on Thursday, presented by Bojangles and WNCT Channel 9, a jersey koozie on Friday, sponsored by MedSource Pharmacy and the UPS store, and finally a City Edition jersey on Saturday, presented by Pepsi. All to the first 1,000 fans. Also on Saturday is the 75th anniversary celebration of Granger Stadium and a post-game Easter egg hunt, sponsored by Barnes Jewelers. It's the start to another fun-filled season. Go Woodies!
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At the Appliances Superstore, they make buying appliances easy. Just that simple. The Appliances Superstore has the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. The Appliances Superstore offers a 12-month warranty on every appliance, plus they will deliver and set up your new appliances and, of course, remove your old ones. The Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop online at appliancessuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. You know, usually when you come out of spring ball, you at least have a decent idea on your depth chart for the fall, and that's just not the case anymore with the transfer portal. The Pirates have added a lot of beef in the last couple of days. You had an ECU commit yesterday, Owen Murphy, a transfer offensive lineman from Akron, and a bit of a package deal because it has been announced by Ryan Beckman on Twitter that the grad transfer center from Akron is also committing to East Carolina. So you've got two Akron offensive linemen coming in to join the fray with the Big Uglies up front for East Carolina as they continue to stock that position. New position coach there with Coach Mogridge taking over as Steve Shankweiler has entered into a new realm with the team, with the football program. But the Pirates bolstering their offensive line these last couple of days with a couple of Akron commits. All right, we'll talk some baseball too as the Pirates win 17-7 game one, got out to a 12-0 lead. UCF came back, piled on some runs, and then East Carolina scored 5 to run rule UCF in game one of a doubleheader. They're going to play again in about 15 minutes, so we'll be watching that one throughout the rest of our show. Right now, we are joined by Billy Weaver on the Pirate Radio Live line on this lovely Thursday. Weave, how you doing today, man?
Doing great, man. It's like a summer day outside.
Yes, sir.
It's lovely.
And nice to already have a Pirate win under our belts here on this Thursday as we chat, 5:05 Eastern time, and they're about to play another one. These last two games, Billy, we kind of wondered, where's the offense? The magic number was 5, I guess, in the Houston series. If you got to 5 runs, you win. ECU did it once. Houston did it twice. They needed more than 5, or didn't need more than 5. These last couple of days got a lot more than 5 anyway, against NC State and UCF as they piled on the runs. 13 the other night. How about 17 today in the victory against the Knights?
Yeah, I think the players meeting after the Houston series probably got those guys sparked. You think? The players, the coaches, nobody was really happy after going down to Houston, losing 2 out of 3 down there in the conference opening series. And from what I understand, Cliff said that the players called a meeting, wanted the coaches in there, and they, kind of said, hey, we need to kick it into gear here. I don't know anyway exactly what was said in there, but whatever was said amongst the team leaders in that locker room has resonated throughout that program so far anyway. And it was, I tell you what, it was a lot of fun to watch ECU and NC State. Got a little worried there when NC State came back and they scored 5 runs to answer ECU and tie that thing up. But East Carolina, and how about JJC, man? I mean, it's funny because I was watching on TV because I had to work late that day, and the announcer called him the King of the Jungle, and I thought that fit. I was like, that's awesome. It really is. 3 home runs for him. It was a great day, and today's game, 17 runs. So hopefully the Pirates can keep that offensive juggernaut going. That'd be fun to see.
Josh Moylan adding some party favors to the jungle today. Hit one the other night, hit one today, and this team is rolling. And 3 home runs, Billy. Did you see? So first time since 2008. Did you see who was the last Pirate player to do that in a game? Hit 3 home runs.
I did, and now I can't remember. I knew you were going to ask.
Former Pirate catcher Corey Kemp.
Yeah, that's right. Corey Kemp. Yes.
Got to go way back. So that's 15 years now since that happened. And
well,
go ahead.
It's funny that you say that because when I was watching it on the TV and they put that up there and said it was first time since 2008. And I was like, oh, I figured it would be longer ago than that. That was just like, a couple of years ago.
Right.
Oh, was it? Wait a minute. That was 15 years ago, like you just said. And I was like, that's when you're getting old, when, anything in the 2000s seems like it was a couple of years ago. And no, we're into 2023 now. So, yeah, it has been a while since anyone had done that.
Billy Weaver joining us, and we were cranked up for a big baseball weekend and a big football weekend, but the weather has other ideas. So the spring game will go on as planned Saturday at 11, but looks like they're going to bring some rain with it, and they're going to move all the other events to later this month, the 28th and 29th of April, and that includes the equipment sale and everything that goes along with that. So kind of a bummer here. Hopefully Mike Houston and company will still be able to get in the work they want to accomplish for this game. But it's a bummer for the fans who wanted to see this team one last time before the fall.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have. I mean, it's nice to know that they're still going to do all the events and everything is going to be pushed back. But it's it's just something about and I don't know, when I first came back here in '98, it was the great pirate purple gold pigskin pig out, and it had a big long title to it, but it was just always a fun weekend. When you had everything, you had the pig cooking contest, you had the rides, you had a lot of the alumni and a lot of former players would come back for the game, and then just kind of everything that surrounded it. It's just kind of no pun intended, but kind of puts a damper on everything with the weather coming in, and it's obviously there's probably not going to be nearly as many fans in the stands to be able to watch the game. It is going to be free, which is good, but the Pirates got to get their spring practices in. That's one of their 15 spring practices, so that's kind of something that has to take place. But yeah, like you said, it's just kind of a bummer and a downer that it's not all going to happen on the same day, same weekend.
Yeah, and Billy, as I said coming into this segment, I saw East Carolina picked up another football commit, and that is back-to-back days with Akron offensive linemen committing to East Carolina. So you've kind of got through the portion with your early enrollees who joined the football team. There'll be more joining this summer, obviously, into the fray. But now you get into, okay, where do we need to kind of bolster up here for 2023? Immediate help. We saw it last year with Isaiah Winstead post-spring. You got a couple of linemen here and maybe a few more roll in. It's really changed how you build your roster. You can do it much more immediate than you could in years past.
Yeah, it's a crazy time that we live in right now as far as college athletics with the transfer portal and what you can do. And like you said, it really does. It puts a big twist on how you recruit and your process of thinking. And you can fix spots right away. Unfortunately, you can have problem areas going into the off season that you didn't really kind of plan on with losing guys as well. So it works both ways. But it's nice to see East Carolina's got some offensive linemen coming in. That's been the question and the big if you had to pick out one area of the East Carolina football team, I mean, going back years, you can say offensive line has always been the question mark going into the season. We've seen so many times that it's been kind of a revolving door in spots, and that offensive line with guys shifting from guard to tackle and tight ends moving, bulking up to become offensive linemen, because, typically the offenses that East Carolina runs, their success is predicated on how well the offensive line blocks. I mean, I think of if Holton Ahlers, had just an outstanding offensive line. Not to say he had bad offensive lines, but, there were times early in his career and actually all throughout his career where he's out there running for his life. And, if you can have solid offensive line play and guys up there that can give your quarterback time to find open targets, it makes all the difference in the world. So it's nice to see East Carolina bolstering up that O-line.
Well, we're so excited about Marlon Gunn and Javius Bond and the return of Rajay Harris and these running backs but without a line, they are nothing. So it's a give and take. You're going to have some good play up front, and it looks like East Carolina is doing the best they can to fill in the shoes. Remember, Avery Jones transfers, enters the portal. He's gone, and then Noah Henderson trying to make it on the next level. So you've got some spots to fill. Mike Houston and the staff doing all they can to do just that. We've hit on some baseball, some football, little basketball. At today's baseball game, Dontrez Styles was with Mike Schwartz and the basketball coaches as he visits here to Greenville, former Kinston Viking, former North Carolina Tar Heel in the portal, and it looks like NC State, Georgetown on his list, and East Carolina firmly on that list as well. So, man, you know how great it would be, and you think about all the great Kinston basketball players that have gone elsewhere. We have seen a Jeremy Ingram here. I was a big fan of Corey Rouse when he was here. Weave in the, early mid-2000s, I guess. So we've seen a couple of Kinston guys here. It'd be nice to get another one here in Dontrez Styles.
Yeah, and if you remember, Jeremy went to Wake Forest first
Yeah.
and transferred into East Carolina. And of course, that was before the transfer portal. If I remember correctly, he had to sit out a year before he played. And I know that he had some knee problems. But yeah, Dontrez Styles, that would be a huge get for East Carolina. I watched him play over at Kinston High School. Just an incredibly athletic young man, and that would be huge for East Carolina. From what I understand, and this is, total speculation and rumor, is that he's leaning more towards NC State. That would be kind of crazy, and to see, of course, with that rivalry with NC State and North Carolina, how that would all play out, and whether or not that's part of the thought process with him. Maybe, if he wants to kind of welcomes that craziness that would, surround that whole deal, or if he wants to come home. I mean, it's going to be interesting. There's a whole lot of dynamics there, but just the fact that East Carolina is being mentioned in the same breath with, Georgetown and North Carolina State, and some of those big programs, just shows that Mike Schwartz has got this program, pointed in the right direction. But once again, the transfer portal, it's just such a crazy thing. And speaking of which, the transfer portal worked out pretty good for Tristan Newton, who won out a national title with UConn. The only thing I don't like about that, I love that, it's worked out for a young man to be able to better his situation, better himself. I mean, who wouldn't want to go somewhere and win a national title? The only thing I don't like about that is a lot of other players will see that, and I think it will even kind of enhance the transfer portal, where guys are going to say, hey, this guy went from East Carolina and went and won a national title. Why can't I do the same thing? And, guys that maybe don't have half the talent. So, that it kind of breeds that thought process, but, it kind of is what it is. But it was nice to see him and have such a great game during that national title game.
Yeah.
With a double-double, 19 points. I mean, that's just – I did see him actually retweet a tweet that somebody had tweeted out. That's a lot of saying tweets, but somebody had tweeted kind of criticizing UConn for going into the transfer portal.
Oh, major miss here. Major whiff on this this Newton guy. Yeah.
Yeah. And he retweeted that after the national title game, saying something like, this didn't age well, or this aged well, or whatever. But I thought that was kind of funny, because that's the thing is you never know how someone is going to react or flourish in a different environment, and how they'll react to the pressure of being on the national stage. And Tristan, man, he took it all in stride and played like, he belonged there, and he absolutely did. So it was nice on that level to be able to see him. I know a lot of the Pirate fans were disappointed that he's not here, but I think they were happy for him and his personal situation and winning a national title.
Yeah, and always a good guy. Every time we got a chance to talk to him, very kind of soft-spoken. He had a smile on the court. I didn't know how he'd fit, and then again, Joe Dooley was a very intense guy, but Dan Hurley is a screaming maniac. I didn't know how he would kind of fit into that, but he fit pretty well, I guess. And as you said, leading scorer there for the national and man, they just blew out everybody during the NCAA tournament. Billy Weaver joining us. Weave, let's see. I saw you this weekend at the Dale Murphy event. We had a Met fan amongst us talking to Dale Murphy. But isn't it cool, Weave? And we've talked about this, where you've got to meet some really cool people in the sports world over your years when you were covering sports. And some guys lived up to the hype. Some guys are the reason for the phrase "never meet your heroes." But I know you've met a lot of really cool, nice people. The Dale Murphy story is he's best guy ever, great guy. And then you're like, okay, is it too good to be true? And then you meet him and it's like, oh, okay, that's why everybody says this. Just seems like a really genuine guy, had time for everybody out there, adults, kids, to get their picture taken, autographs, whatever. And look like you and Christy had fun out there this weekend.
It was a blast, and I loved hearing a lot of the stories that he told, too. Some of them were just really fun, and it kind of took me back to my childhood, too, with the whole TBS thing, and that was the big thing when cable first really started getting big. Is the TBS kind of made the Braves a national household name.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Tidewater area, so we had home team sports, if you remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Some time ago.
O's, caps, bullets. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just could never get into being an Orioles fan just because I was a Mets fan and how I grew up with the AAA team. So, but with the Braves being on as much as they were, it was something that you could never ignore. If you wanted to watch games, you watched.
If you wanted to watch your Mets, you're watching the Braves broadcast every time.
Right, because you got to see the Mets play as well. So yeah, but meeting him, he was awesome. He was, as advertised. And speaking of tweets, I had tweeted out the picture of Christy and I with him and saying it was great to meet Dale Murphy, and I tagged him in it, and he retweeted it, and or he replied to it. So
yeah,
guys, just little stuff like that, little things like that, having a long conversation. And I even told him, I said, hey, in full disclosure, as soon as I met him, I'm a Mets fan. He said, that's all right. There's a Yankees fan here too. And, he welcomed all that. He's just a good old school guy.
Yeah.
And kudos to Pirate Radio for putting that on and having him there, because it was a great crowd at the Murphy Center. It was a great event prior to that at the VIP over at Tiebreakers. We had it was just an awesome Sunday. The only thing that would have been better is if it was a Mets Hall of Fame. And maybe we can get that going sometime. Maybe a Mookie Wilson or he did.
Keith Hernandez, get him in here. I asked him about being on Seinfeld. That'd be cool.
Well, he did. Murph did mention Doc Gooden.
Yeah.
And having that relationship with him and talking to him. You talk about a guy that would be interesting to listen to.
Oh yeah.
That I think that would be fun. Doc or Darryl Strawberry. I think those two guys, or if you could get those two guys together, can you only imagine?
Their stories might be a little wilder than Dale Murphy's stories, I would say, Weave.
Yeah, I have to imagine they would be.
Quick update on the Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard presented by Dub Buck. Harold Varner III is even par, tied for 37th, so had got out to 2 under, but now back even par. The leader sitting at 7 under. Victor Hovland, Brooks Koepka has joined the top of the leaderboard, and John Rahm 7 under par. So there you go in Augusta. We'll keep an eye on HV3 this weekend.
Yeah, such a fun week. I love Masters Week. I'm not a huge golf fan, and I do keep up with HV3, obviously, because of his ties with East Carolina and because he's such a cool guy. That I keep up with him, and especially now with this live thing and the PGA and how that's going back and forth. It's interesting drama, but there's some. I always watch the Masters. Love the Masters. Even just watching it on TV, there's just something special about it. The only complaint I have this year is Tiger is not going to be in contention of this, and they could not keep the cameras off of Tiger.
Yeah. Well, I guess you got one more day of that. If he doesn't make the cut, at least you won't have to worry about it Saturday, Sunday.
And that's kind of my whole thinking about it. It's like, well, you're only going to have to deal with it for a couple days because he's likely not going to make the cut.
Yeah.
You can get down to seeing, the guys that are going to be in contention to win this thing.
We've enjoyed the sports chat, man. You have a great weekend. We'll talk to you again soon. Talk more sports with you.
All right, you guys have a great Easter weekend, man.
You too. Thank you, buddy. There's Billy Weaver joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line on a Thursday edition of PRL. Let's take a break. When we return, we got more Pirate baseball to talk about as another game is just about underway or already underway. And we'll talk about Dontrez Styles and his recruitment now to East Carolina. Bryan Hanks, Mr. Kinston, going to join us. What do you got, Chandler?
And also, I have a favor that I need to ask Shirley. I need to ask her to do something later on in the show.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
I know what that is, and we'll tell you what that is when we return after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at appliancessuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Pirate Radio.
We are not coming together to just be average. We want to build a program that will year in and year out compete for the American Athletic Conference Championship and compete nationally against any and everybody.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com. brownandwood.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown and Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, Shirley Rhodes, thank you very much. Chandler Honeycutt here on a beautiful Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. More ECU baseball getting underway as the Pirates win Game 1 of the series against UCF 17-7, and Game 2 of the doubleheader coming up right now. We'll keep you up to date on that. A special visitor at the baseball game today, Dontrez Styles, former Kinston Viking, former North Carolina Tar Heel in the transfer portal, and he was out there with Mike Schwartz and the basketball coaches earlier today. And for more on that, we'll talk to the dude himself, Mr. Kinston, Bryan Hanks, joining us on the program today. Bryan, great to have you back here on Pirate Radio. How you been doing, man?
I have been doing great, man. You know, every once in a while trying to fill your seat behind the mic, whether it's on the ECU baseball side or at Max R. Joyner Stadium or at, any of them. But, yeah, just having a great day. And the opportunity to have Dontrez come back to play right here in our backyard, dude, I got to tell you, man, it's raising a lot of eyebrows here in Kinston and Lenoir County, dude.
It would be awesome. And Bryan was talking to Billy Weaver a moment ago and mentioned the names Jeremy Ingram. I was a big Corey Rouse fan back in the day when he made the trek from Kinston to Greenville. So it has happened before. Of course, we know the laundry list of amazing players that have gone from Kinston elsewhere. But the idea to have one back here in Greenville would be awesome. And Bryan, let's talk about how realistic that is. You've had a chance to talk to Dontrez. You've known him. So he leaves North Carolina, and kind of where are we from there? I'm sure he's received a ton of interest. So how has East Carolina been able to kind of be narrowed down by Dontrez and be on that list for him?
I got to tell you, there's two big reasons that I think Trez could end up choosing ECU. The first one is Mike Schwartz himself. Listen, no other basketball coach, and I can tell you, I've been here only 20 years. I've not spent my whole life here like a bunch of folks have, but I've been here 20 years and, have been deeply involved with Kinston High School basketball and athletics. No other head coach in my 20 years here has visited Kinston High School. Mike Schwartz did that in his first 3 days that he was on the job over at ECU. He made it a point. He went to Kinston High School. He went to an open gym. He talked to Coach Perry Tyndall. He hung out, with the coaches and talked to them and told them, listen, whatever's happened in the past is not happening anymore under my administration here as head coach. That is the number one reason, and I can tell you that Perry Tyndall, and not that I can speak for him, but I can tell you just from conversations with him, he has been very impressed with the direction that Coach Schwartz has had, particularly in relation to Kinston athletes. And he did the same thing, by the way, that day when he went to Kinston High School, he went to Farmville Central High School on the exact same day, watched them have open gym. And when you talk to Larry Williford, he'll tell you the same thing. ECU has not been in the house for Farmville Central athletes either. Well, that's number one that I think he's really shown a commitment to recruiting Eastern North Carolina. The second part of that clip is that that Dontrez himself, and I have gotten to know him. I have my little radio show myself, and we have a segment of it every Tuesday called Tuesdays with Trez. So we talk to Dontrez every Tuesday for about 15 minutes. And I can tell you this: I know his parents. I've covered him since he was a seventh grader at Woodington Middle School. He's a homebody, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's the kind of guy. I mean, he is very close to his parents. He's very close to his friends who are here in Kinston. And I got to tell you, that part and the first thing I talked about, the recruiting NC hard, they have sold to Dontrez, and this is from my conversations with him, that, listen, you could be that guy, just like to Corey Faison up at Goldsboro, that opens up that spigot from Eastern North Carolina to ECU, and you could be that guy that helps us make ECU a true Eastern North Carolina university and get the talent that's in Eastern North Carolina over here to ECU. That is very appealing to him. He said that to me on Tuesday on the air, and I'm telling you, dude, he's very impressed with what ECU is coming at with him today, and especially being there all day for the baseball game.
So what are the Pirates up against? Well, a couple of pretty darn good programs, but you got to go back a little ways. But you think about the 80s and NC State winning the championship, the power that was Georgetown, and still big names in the basketball world. But what they do have now certainly is charismatic coaches. You look at Ed Cooley, and it almost feels like he might turn that thing around overnight. Bryan, we'll see, up there in Georgetown. And then Kevin Keats, known for his recruiting ability, known for getting great players here in the East, right, Bryan, with Baby T, Terquavion. So that's what the Pirates are up against. Who else is, do you know who else is in the running for Dontrez's talents right now, along with Georgetown, East Carolina, and NC State?
Absolutely. On Tuesday, he said the University of South Carolina is in really, really strong with him, and he's impressed. He actually knows, I guess, from playing AAU ball with CP3, there's a couple of players that play for South Carolina that were his former teammates that they're recruiting him hard to Columbia in South Carolina. Clemson was in real hard on him in his initial recruiting. So, but if I had to put like a ranking, I don't know if that's where you were going with this, Clip, but I would say right now it is State and ECU kind of neck and neck right now. And I need to throw this in too, dude. There are a lot of Pirate Club members right here in Kinston and Lenoir County, and I'm not going to throw any names out there, but I can tell you this because I know, because I've been called by them. They are putting together NIL packages for him, and the word is out that, listen, whatever State is offering, whatever Georgetown is offering, even throw South Carolina or Clemson in there, the Pirate Club is ready to match or even go beyond what these other clubs are doing. And don't get it twisted, you know, in this day and age, that's something that's very appealing to a 20-year-old. Heck, it would be appealing to folks like you and me, right?
Heck yeah. Yeah, that 20-year-old. What about a 41-year-old sitting right here? Bryan Hanks joining us on the show today, and yeah, looking forward to that decision. And like I said when we were getting you on the show, Bryan, I don't know if it's going to go the way us Pirate fans wanted to go, but cool to see him at the ball game today, getting a real shot. And I don't know, and just hearing you talk about opening doors there in Kinston, there in Farmville, bringing in the Faison from Goldsboro, that's all positive things that Pirate fans want to hear. We got such a, as you know, great backyard when it comes to youth sports, high school sports. We got to be able to take advantage of it. And look, you got to recruit nationally as well. You got to bring in the best players possible, but you certainly want to take care of your own backyard. Sounds like Coach Schwartz is trying to do that, particularly in this case.
Well, that's the thing that has driven me the craziest from my time. You remember when I was a sports editor of the Free Press here in Kinston, even being the editor of the newspaper and all that, and being, like I said, very intimately involved with what goes on over at Kinston High School with their basketball program. It's blown everybody's mind, Clip. No one can understand. You've got ECU 30 miles away. Damian Dunn, who was all AAC this year, has said multiple times that ECU never recruited him, never wanted him. His family reached out to ECU during that time, Clip. I don't even know if you know that or not, and said, hey, we're interested in going. They didn't even return the calls. Former coaches at ECU wouldn't return the calls from a guy that ended up going to Temple and is now in the transfer portal himself now, too.
Well, a guy, Bryan, that hit a dagger three-pointer at the buzzer against East Carolina a few years later. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And I guess that what I'm trying to say, Cliff, is I just can't understand why before Coach Schwartz, now let me say, it's completely changed with this administration that's there now, and I give them all the kudos, I give them all the love in the world, but it's just always perplexed me. It's perplexed the coaches that have come through Kinston High School, the fans that that follow Kinston. I'm telling you this. I'll tell you this right now, dude, and this is no hyperbole. If Dontrez signs with ECU, you're going to sell an extra 600 to 700 season tickets just right there. You're going to go. I don't know what the attendance is for ECU games. I'm imagining you would know better than me, Cliff, in the 1,500, 1,700 range per game, I guess. Is that a good guess?
Yeah, something around there, maybe. Yeah,
probably right around there, 1,500. Yeah. Dude, I wouldn't say double. I'm not going to be hyperbolic, but dude, you're going to have an extra 500, 700, 800 fans a game, including Bryan Hanks, who will buy 2 season tickets to go and watch Trez play for the Purple and Gold.
Bryan Hanks joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line, talking a little hoops. We'll talk some baseball as well. I know we got some folks from the Wood Ducks coming to join us next Tuesday right here on Pirate Radio Live, and it is that time of year, Bryan, with baseball getting cranked up in the major leagues and the minor leagues, and I know you're fired up for another year of Woody's baseball at historic Granger Stadium.
Oh, I totally am. Now, let me tell you this. I have stepped back. I'm no longer the public address announcer for the Wood Ducks. 5 years was enough for me, and besides, I'm helping you guys out some, or not you guys, but helping ECU out up in Greenville some. And I just needed some nights off. Now, I'm a season ticket holder. I bought 2 season tickets for the Wood Ducks this year. But I can tell you, dude, the buzz is all around town. The 2 biggest things, what you want to talk about right here. Dontrez up at Greenville, man. Social media has been amazing on Twitter. Everybody putting their pictures on Twitter and on Facebook of Trez up there. The second part is the signs are out all over the place. Game night tonight at historic Granger Stadium, and just some great giveaways over the first 3 games of the season, too. And everybody's fired up about baseball here in Kinston. They're fired up about Trez potentially heading to ECU also.
Bryan Hanks joining us. You're an awesome guest. You're an awesome host, Bryan. So give yourself a plug. Tell everybody what you got going on.
Hey, listen, I'll make it simple. Go to BryanHanks.com. That's all you need to do. If you go to BryanHanks.com, our signal doesn't really reach into against your market, but it's 960 The Bull, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m., 960thebull.com, or go to BryanHanks.com for all our archive shows, and you can check it out there. And, dude, I got to get you. Will you come on my show?
100%. Absolutely. Just let me know.
I love it, man. I love it. But, no, man, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on here. And I got to tell you, now, like I said, right now it's State and ECU. I think Georgetown, and listen, Trez finished number 3 in his class. He's a academic. He is a student. When you say student athlete, he is a true student athlete. So I think the Georgetown thing is maybe him just scratching that itch of, with it being such a great academic institution. I think that's why he's going to visit there. But I got to tell you, man, it's the State and ECU, and you've got a lot of Pirate Club listeners, dude. Tell you Pirate Club fans to support that NIL initiative, and let's get Trez over in Greenville.
And did I read, correct me, Bryan, did announcement Sunday maybe, or what do you know about that?
Yeah, he has initially. That's what he said this past weekend, and today is now Thursday. But he said he's going to shoot for Thursday or shoot for Sunday.
Okay.
On my show on Tuesday, he said that is not a hard deadline.
Right.
Get Sunday, and he's not made a decision yet. He'll stretch it into next week.
Okay. 10-4. Bryan, great stuff, man. Thank you for joining us as always. We'll catch up with you again soon.
Hey, Clip it. You know it's my honor. Thank you for having me on.
All right, there's the dude, Bryan Hanks. He's got too much energy for me. That guy. And his show starts at 7 a.m. He's just a nonstop ball of energy. But an awesome guest and a really great guy. Love talking to Bryan Hanks, who's fired up for the potential of a Kinston Viking being an East Carolina Pirate in Dontrez Styles. All right, Shirley Rhodes, let's open up the Boutte bag.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
When I was a kid, the Redskins had a defensive tackle, number 93, Mark Boutte. I love that name. What do we got in the Boutte bag today?
Well, we mentioned the Down East Wood Ducks. How about a pair of tickets to a Down East Wood Ducks baseball game?
Dude, really?
Dude.
You can go see the dude.
Don't get it twisted, dude.
See the dude, Bryan Hanks. That's on the line right now, 317-1250. What caller?
I am going to go with caller 12.
All right, Pirates scoreless as they head to the second inning. You can go see some Woodies baseball on Pirate Radio. We'll take a break, come back, more to go, PRL after these words.
This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing.
This is Mike Hoggart with Viva Electric.
This is Mark McLaughlin, Roland Black Heating and Cooling.
We have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. Contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Call us today to help with your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Go Pirates.
Hey, Pirate
Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Big jobs on big properties demand a big side-by-side. A side-by-side like the first ever Honda Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew. This flagship model delivers serious power and performance where you need it most. Even more, it offers best-in-class comfort for 6 occupants with back seat legroom beyond compare. As for build quality, we'll let the Honda name speak for itself. Head to Ron Ayers Motorsports and see the all-new Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew today on approved credit. See dealer for details.
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles' juicy golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low, low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Some things just go together. That's why Bojangles and Appalachian Mountain Brewery have partnered to brew the tasty beverage we didn't know we've been waiting for. Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea. Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea is perfect for entertaining, enjoying on vacation, tailgating, and any occasion when you want to bring the fun. It's always been bow time, and now it's brew time. Pick up Bojangles Hard Sweet Tea today at your favorite local retailer. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing, supporting the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Pirate Radio.
It's great to be on. This is an honor. You know, Pirate Radio is kind of a cult following around North Carolina, so I'm excited.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
No, notorious.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations are available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. And congratulations to Steve Hill. Picked up a pair of tickets to a Down East Wood Ducks baseball game. Baseball is back in Kinston. Of course, opening day is today for a lot of minor league teams. And you can get your single game tickets and check out all the fun promotions planned this season right now at woodducksbaseball.com. Go Woodies. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. No score between the Pirates and UCF as they head to the bottom of the second. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I hate to read this tweet from Patrick Mason, but Jacob Jenkins Cowart, according to Patrick Mason, and I was watching this, half watching while I was talking to Bryan Hanks. I didn't see exactly what happened. Maybe y'all did, but Patrick Mason says Jacob Jenkins Cowart fouled a pitch off his groin.
Ooh.
And was being looked at. So he was looked at in the box. He then reached second base after a base hit, and they went out and looked at him again, and I believe left him in. But then when the inning ended, he did not go out in the field. So Riley Johnson went out to center field. Carter Cunningham moved to right. So just an update there, and hope he's okay. But he has exited the game 2, with East Carolina right now and UCF scoreless in the bottom of the second inning.
I missed what happened, and they didn't replay it. All I saw was he being, him down on the ground and at home plate, and it took him a long time to get up. And so I thought maybe he got drilled in the ribs and was having difficulty breathing. But and then I did see the trainers come out when he made it to second base and then go back off the field. So hopefully this is more precautionary than anything else, because you don't want to lose a guy like JC as well as he's been hitting the ball. You don't want to lose this guy for an extended period of time.
And by the way, we mentioned this, East Carolina run rules UCF in game 1, and we talked about the play, but I don't think I put 2 and 2 together. East Carolina won game 1 on a walk-off strikeout.
Yeah.
When things are going good, they're going good. When things are going your way, they strike out, and the ball gets by the catcher, and that's how they win the game. So you don't see that too often in the game of baseball. All right, Chandler, first of all, do you have anything you would like me to do?
I just want you to sit right there and enjoy this.
Okay. Would you got anything you would like Shirley to do?
Well, it's funny you asked that. Hey, Shirley, do me a favor.
My head's not big enough for this thing.
Well, you know what is big enough? You want to know what is big enough?
Walked right into that bad boy.
You backed right into that one.
Yeah, you did. And speaking of backing it up, how about you back that fat truck up? Back it up, girlfriend. Back it up.
So creepy.
36, 24, 36.
Only if she's 5'3". 5'3".
When you hear that sound, folks, that means it's time to count it down. Count it down to what for the people that might just be tuning in, never heard of Pirate Radio Live, never heard of Pirate Radio, don't know what this segment is about. We are counting down to ECU football. It is that time. ECU plays Michigan to start the 2023 campaign. It is in Ann Arbor, in the Big House, and that is going to be 149 days away until we kick it off against the Wolverines. And now people are probably like, God, I don't want to wait that long. 149 days. I know that the days are getting, smaller and smaller, but can we see the Pirates play soon? Yes, very soon. In fact, in 2 days, when ECU plays ECU in the spring game, the Purple Gold spring game. Yes, there is not going to be all the festivities surrounding that spring game. It will be be later on this month in April, but there will be. We're having a freaking game. We're having a freaking spring game, and it's going to be on Saturday, 11 o'clock kickoff. So 149 days away until ECU versus Michigan, and then 2 days away until ECU versus ECU, Purple versus Gold, and the ECU Purple Gold Pigskin Pig Out spring game. So
we're having a freaking game.
That is going to be. That is all on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff.
Yeah, ECU football countdown to kickoff brought to you by David Price Construction, run by ECU alum David Price. David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. You can call them today, 919-291-5532, or visit online davidpriceconstruction.com for all your commercial or custom residential and building needs. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hey, Ernie, I just hit another home run. Ernie, I just hit another home run.
I dumped it over the right field fence.
Second one this week.
I jacked that sucker.
Well, I was about to say, is it me or does ECU hit a lot of triples? Because Alec Makarevich just hit a triple off the center field wall. I look back up, and Shaq, Joey Barini, has just pulled one over the right field wall, and it is East Carolina 2, UCF 0, and whatever Wheaties they ate on Tuesday has continued over into Thursday. The Pirate Bats are smoking right now.
Woof. Yeah, speaking of smoking, Ryan McChrystal just laced one down the right field line. It is foul, however. But great to see Shaq just with a lot of power this week. We saw it earlier in the week against NC State. We see it right there. He had a 3-run home run earlier in the week against State, and then a 2-run home run there. Speaking of foul balls hitting off your body, we were talking about JJC. McChrystal takes one right off the leg, but it seems like he's going to be all right. But
speaking of Chandler saying speaking of a lot, we got to take a break.
Speaking of this and speaking of that,
you can get with this or you can get with that.
Let's get our final break in. We'll come back, get ready to wrap it up on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Pirates 2, Knights 0 on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Dub Buck.
Go Buck.
We wrap it up after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, how can you help people with service in 2023?
We continue to offer free pickup and drop-off for the customers, and our customers' time is valuable. So we've added 3 additional Express Lube technicians to reduce wait time. That's our #1 goal for 2023. And please don't forget, we service all makes and models. We're voted #1 in Greenville by the customer. Come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Pirate Fest, presented by Optimum, offers a full day of piratical tomfoolery. This free event includes 75 vendors, food trucks, art demos, mermaids, and of course, pirates. Join us on Saturday, April 15th from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. for live pirate reenactments, great food, and so much more. Finish off the day with a concert on the town common from country music artists Maddie and Tay. For more information, visit piratefestnc.com. It's going to be awesome.
Bud Light was brewed to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when little things in life are hard, like when the game is going into overtime, but you have even more time to enjoy it in a fresh Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at QualityEquip.com.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day, because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Welcome aboard the Pirate Ship of Fun.
Pirate Radio,
Prepare for the adventure of a lifetime.
the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Let's take a quick look at your stock market for today. As, well, if I can get it to pull up here. Okay, here we go. All right, so it was, as far as the Dow goes, it only jumped 2 points today, closed out at 33,485. The NASDAQ was up 9 points at 12,087, and the S&P was up 14 points and finished out the day at 4,105. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Fun show today. Thanks for Brian Hanks, Brandon Manning, Billy Weaver, Ellerbe joining us. Shirley, thank you for putting another great game of Name That Sound together. My first L. I got to wear it and just come back stronger next week. That's all I can do at this point. I'll be back with you Friday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For Shirley Rhodes, the man of Chan, I am Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
That's ZACHGELB. And we got an action-packed show for you today.